Hey, everybody. Welcome to Core. This is Core, where we talk about video games at length and the business around them. My name is Scott Johnson, joined today by John. He'd play Overwatch again if Tifa showed up, Jagger.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Wouldn't you? I mean,
no, I'd very begrudgingly log in, buy whatever I needed to buy, and then
never play it again.
Lock it down in case one day I ever do decide to play it, and then I would move on.
You'd do it one. You'd get into one match though, right? You want to see her running around doing stuff. I guess you don't because it's first person. You don't really see it.
Not really.
You don't care about that part?
Nope.
You just support the greater Tifa. I
just
get it.
have it in case I want it.
All right. Also with us, we have Beau. Yeah. He's really...
You don't want to be...
What?
You don't want to be against it at Tifa, because then that would make you anti-Tifa.
Yeah, you don't want to be anti-Tifa. Doesn't sound right. That guy you heard right there is Beau. He really is the reincarnation of Samuel Beckett, only this time he's really into video game shorts. I'll give you a literary reference this week.
Oh, sure.
How you like that?
Has Godot arrived yet?
Hey, is that your store?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so much further than me.
I have a store, and as you can see, the people in the community are really enjoying playing.
I have so many questions for you.
I'm live on location at Beau's Card Shop.
I have so many questions for you regarding number of tables per, like how much of my store percentage-wise should be play tables.
Sure. I have discovered things, so I may be able to provide you with some shortcuts and learnings when we talk about the game.
You even have a new ceiling. I haven't done any of that shit yet. All right. We'll talk about it when we get to the games we played because, well, that'll be soon, actually.
We can do it at the top of the show.
Yeah, we can do it at the top of the show, you guys. It's going to be great.
But if you have anything beforehand, it might be a good time to get it out of the way now.
I got nothing other than, a shout out to Jadapur. Am I saying his name right? Anyway,
probably not if you're stuttering through it. I don't think they wrote a stutter into the name.
He did not, but he did give us that code for Restory to a listener, and that person won during the week. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Jadapur again for his generosity. Nice. Yeah, it was very nice. I can give the winner a shout out too. Let's see. The winner was, it's right here. The winner is Keldog. Congratulations, Keldog. We hope you enjoy that game as much as we do. It's a great little game. And it was very kind of Jadapur to do that. Okay. Oh, it is Jadapur. I got it right. Jadapur. That's it.
Yeah, but it's not Jad.
No, it's not that. No, you're right. That part is wrong. All right, let's get to it. We got games we played, and we got to talk about them. So we're going to do that now. So here goes. Beau and I had shared play this week. Quite a bit.
So I've done nothing but this game. So this is the entirety of my...
This is your whole deal.
Yeah, piss off, tow consoles. Seem cool and all, but I'm playing this shitty Unity store asset flip.
This is an amazing story, though, because Beau used to be the, eyes glaze over, maybe he's slaying the spire when Chorecore came up. And now we have hit a renaissance, and Beau is playing a Chorecore game.
Yeah, I finally feel vindicated somehow in my love of the genre. And John will dabble here and there, but...
It's appealing. It's a business management.
It's a tycoon game.
A little bit.
Kind of. First-person tycoon.
There's chores. It qualifies as chorecore, sure. I'm not,
You're not wrong about the asset flip. I talked weeks ago. You probably don't remember this because it would have made your eyes glaze over, but I talked about the grocery store simulator, which is... I kind of freaked out when I first launched TCG because I went, is this the same effing game? Because right away... You start the same. The tutorial is almost dead exactly the same. The way you check people out and do their money, cash, and all that, the same.
I'm pretty sure how this works is not only do they clone the game, they're literally the same people. They just open new companies every time. So that I don't know if it's quasi-criminal or what the deal is.
I don't know. They're laundering something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, this couldn't be their first game. Maybe. I don't know. Unless simulator and there's some default asset packs you can buy to get this thing kind of started or something. I don't know.
It might be that, but it also, the other thought I had, because the further I'm getting into it, it distinguishes itself for sure from the other games. Obviously, it's dealing with
it has a lot of custom art. There's definitely effort in this one, but it's just not in the people part. The human, the humans are asset store, and the neighborhood works well enough. It's nice enough.
Yeah, it's okay. The fact that they're going 1.0 next month, is it? Yeah, September. I kind of hoped that meant maybe custom human stuff and a little less of the store asset stuff, but probably not. No. Like, why would they?
All the efforts in the TCG and like, the way I don't know if the shelves are custom or not. There's definitely some purchasables like furniture that seem unique to this game. So, there's effort here. It's also like not a full price game, it's not
shovelware. I wouldn't say
it's
that.
Not like there's enough here to be like, okay, if the genre overall is pretty like samey, this one stands above above the crowd is like pretty fun. Like it's got the juice of the TCG card shop management.
Yeah.
If I think about it really hard, there's a few things that I'm like, oh, that's not right. Like one of them is, and this will help you. My history playing card games, usually when you buy a pack, you get some commons, uncommons, and a rare or mythic or something like that. Yeah,
usually, yeah.
That doesn't happen in this game. I think you have an equal, so they use the nomenclature of that, but in a weird way. So there's basically like 4 card sets, and the card sets there's a total of 8, but I'll get to the other 4 later.
Yeah.
The first 4 card sets are common, rare, epic, and legendary. So it's the set. Now, each of these different colored packs have different cards in them. So they're different sets, but they're using the rarity nomenclature to name the sets. Whereas, like, in real life, it'd be like, oh, this is the Lord of the Rings set. This is the Final Fantasy set. This is Aether Drift, or this is, Kamigawa. Like, it's like they're all... Like the rarity it's just kind of confusing the way it does that, right? So what you're showing right now, he's picking up common packs. Mm-hmm. So there's 7 common cards. You pretty much have an equal chance of getting any of the cards. Now the thing you need to know is like there's still rare cards. Every card has 6 versions, and basically the 5 other versions are different. You have like your basic version. Then you got 4 different borders you can get on them.
Yeah.
And then you got the full art card.
Correct.
And then, so that's for a total of, each card has 6 variants of the same card.
Right.
And that's where the rarity comes in, is like, what kind of frame does it have?
Yeah.
And then every card can be foil, which usually is like a crazy multiplier, especially like your most valuable cards are foil full art cards. Mm-hmm. So there is rarity, right? It's just not the way that you would think in a lot of card games, and it's kind of honestly mildly annoying. But now that I'm used to it, it's just I get how it all works.
It's just like part of the world.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't map 1-to-1. They've done such a good job with everything. It feels like they would know this too. So I don't know why they decided to go that way. Maybe that's how Pokemon works. Like I don't know.
Oh, but. Yeah, and it could be an easier way to support the mod community, so that when you want to put in either custom cards or go get all those magic cards or whatever, you don't have to do as much math on
maybe you're right about that. Yeah, like it could simplify the back end. Like I'm used to it now and I'm okay with it because I get it, and it still doesn't map 1-to-1. If I think about it, I'm irritated, but the game's still enjoyable enough that it's fine.
It does another thing where if I'm trying to,
is still a thing. So
if I'm trying to hurry through checking people out when they buy their cards, if I give them 5 cents over the amount of change they're supposed to get, they go. It's fine. They can just take the extra 5 cents. If I short them 5 cents, it won't let me finish the transaction. So I've learned that if something's like $20 and their change is $6.95, I'll just give them $7 and send them on their way. Like, so it just doesn't seem to make that big of a difference.
I think as an owner, you can do that, but here's a pro tip if you want to just avoid all that entirely. When you set a price on something, there should be a roundup feature.
There is, yeah.
Or a way to set so I just set everything to even amount.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because I'll do the percentage increases and check my prices and go like 10,
There's
10.
a round button. There's a round button.
And then just hit the round button. And that's just, I forget to do it. So I'm getting these weird ass, pennies.
And I have some good news, although you're not that far along yet. One is you can hire a cashier. So eventually
I'm looking forward to that.
Your cashier, like right now in the early stages, you got to do all your own transactions. Once you hire, there's a young guy who only works for $50 a day, 12 hours, $50 a day. He's slow, but he'll do the that was the first hire. I'm done ringing people at the till. Thank you.
Do that in a not that it's like mechanically satisfying. It can be. I don't mind the checkout thing, especially when you start learning things like if you're playing on a mouse or a controller, if you're holding down the button instead of clicking every time, you can just vacuum up the 5 packs that are there, throw them in his bag. Same thing with the money. You want to just hold it down and have like dollars fly out. Like there's shortcuts to all this, and you learn them and it's good. And mechanically it's satisfying, but I do look forward to when I can unlock my whatever level it is to get my cashier. I want that pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I can walk around and price shit and take out old cards. And I got a guy that came in yesterday, a card that was valued on the market for, I don't know, $1,900, just shy of $2,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And he only wanted $200 for it. And so, so I gave him $200 and a tip. Sent his sorry ass on his way. Put that thing out there for like $2,500. Sold it the next day. Yeah. Instant profit, and it was ridiculously dopamine creating, addicting.
Yeah. That's good. You can sell for even higher, and I got a pro tip long run for that. So, those high value cards, there's ones that are in the tens of thousands. So, good to save up some money maybe for some of those. Now, you might still be too early for this, but one thing I've discovered recently is you can get even more money for that once you have like lots of tables and stuff, because you can run tournaments and you can put up these cards as prizes in the tournaments. Now it'll default to giving you something close to fair value, but like, let's say I put up a $20,000 card, right? And I have 32 players in my tournament. It might suggest like charging everyone like a couple $100. I cranked that shit up to 5,000. It's like, you want a shot at this $20,000 card? Yeah. You got to play on the field of battle, and you know what? People sign up for it. I made $75,000 last night on one tournament. Like, I'm at the end game though. Like, I don't know if I could do that early game, but like, I'm at a point where I have a license for every product. I own everything. I'm just in a mode now where, and I've expanded the shop entirely. I'm at a point where I'm just buying decor and maybe trying to achievement hunt. But also, I might have to start over with 1.0, which is coming out in a month. So I don't know.
Oh, are they making a start over? Do you know?
I don't know. But there's definitely new features like farting players, which I have it set up so that I have the T1000 automatic deodorant sprayer.
Yeah, I do too.
So when stinky people come into my shop, which by the way is an awesome mechanic.
See that green stink over there, John? On the yeah, those guys reek. And they lower your satisfaction level, right?
They lower your satisfaction level, and clients can leave. Like, so tables are renters. So if there's a stinky guy, they'll just be like, "It's too smelly, I have to leave," and then you stop earning money.
Yeah.
So look, it is a real thing because I can tell you, I know exactly what that smells like.
Yeah, it's bad. It reeks.
Like, it's because we've been there.
Yeah.
I've smelled it.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they included it.
Someone needs to do something.
At first I was like, oh, we got nerd jokes in this. Guys are stinky at the card playing tables. And then I actually think it's kind of mechanically interesting in the game and fun to deal with.
Something to do, yeah, because and you can take product off the shelf and spray them with it and put it back used.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was like fun, and then it was a fun progression path to figure out how to automate. So one of the things, once you open Shop B, which is a back room, basically, you can use it for whatever you want, but there's a back room. You can set it up so it sprays through the wall. I don't know if they're going to patch that out. But you can put it so it's like sprays through the wall, doesn't take a lot of space. And then you put a second one, because they have a cooldown after they spray. So sometimes if a clump of stinkies come in, one will go off and you need a second one to cover the other one. Mm-hmm. So it's good to do it that way, but they're going to add farting customers, which means we're going to have to be more proactively scanning for people that don't come in stinky, but get stinky because of their flatulence. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully that's a job you can give to an employee, because I also don't want to chase after farting customers all day. But yeah. So it looks like, and I think there's going to be a playable TCG in the game with launch as well.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
All the cards, like, that's what I mean. There's a lot of effort actually in places in this game, and like I think the TCG is like fully playable. I saw a very little in the trailer for it. It showed very little, but it did look playable. So I don't know if that's going to be fun or not, but yes, games like super addictive because they've really.
Oh, the loop really gets you. Like the chorecore groove that I get into and loop I get into is here, and it does it so well. It's timed so well. Every day ends right when it should. It just feels good. I only have one thing that I still can't get over, and it's so stupid. But when I get deliveries, the way it works is you get deliveries, the boxes just show up outside on the street. And before you open, you can get deliveries and the clock won't even start. But there'll be dudes like loitering and looking, like waiting to get in until your sign turns over. And that feels realistic. People are excited to come in and get the latest whatever. But where this gets screwy is when my deliveries get there and they're just boxes out on the street, I am paranoid someone's going to steal my shit.
No stealing mechanics.
None.
You can like I've watched some game footage from other creators. You can leave like a mountain. Like the outside could technically be your stock room, and you can just leave it in the giant pile.
Yeah, they don't care. Nobody will do it. You could leave piles on the floor out in front of the cash register, and they just walk around like they're not there.
Yeah.
And I don't know why though. My brain you know what it is? It's all these news stories.
Because there are thieves in card shops.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the most thievable items. And it's always tragic because the guys running the card shops are not making the mint that this fiction of this game is telling you that you eventually will.
Yeah.
But so like obviously deranged TCG players, I'm not saying all of them are, I'm just saying the deranged ones would definitely swipe boxes off the sidewalk. It's silly. But it just depends how literal you're going to take simulator, right? Like clearly they're making a game with a fun loop that's the asset store flip. They're not fully one-to-oneing it because there's a lot of unrealistic things just even beyond them not stealing, which like the fact that I had it at the tip of my tongue, but there's another really unrealistic thing about what happens. I think it's probably just the sense that the profit margins are what they are. Like,
yeah.
Oh, and paying people. Like the guy I hired at first, he still works for me, $50 a day. He works 12 hours days, no breaks, no lunch. Like I don't have to do any shift scheduling where like they need breaks and I suffer any consequence. So I'm like, how deep of a simulator do you want, to go down, right?
That's why I like it, because the best chore core takes out the mundane and puts in the gamification where it's best used. And this game, I think this game knows that. Like there's a concerted thing of, I'll give you an example. When you price your cards to put them on this table out here, you do it once for that card level, right? Or whatever that card is. If you get 7 of them and you price it one time on the little card, now every time you lay one out, same with the products, their prices are retained. You can adjust them up and down, but it does them all for you. I don't have to go do each one. That may sound like, well, yeah, it's a video game. And that's my point. It knows it's a game, and it knows to make that stuff less resistant so that you can get to the meat of the thing, which is this dopamine hit of finding rares, guy giving you a $300 card that is now worth 10 grand, and you just freaking made out on it.
Wait till you start using automatic card pack openers. I got a whole money laundering operation in my store. I got like 5 automatic card openers, and I just like part of my budget is just buying tons and tons of boxes, and I have an employee whose whole job it is feeding the packs into the things. And because I'm hunting for all the rares, right? One of the achievements is getting one of every card, and the foils are hard to get. So that's his job.
Just sit there and rip through cards,
opening packs. Yeah.
How do you know how much, or especially in early to mid game, how much are you buying to go through yourself and dig through cards? You know what I mean?
To me, that was always an end game thing. Like first, I wanted to unlock all the licenses and like have a as fully open space, and it takes a while. It's a long loop. So to me, like that's more of an in game optional thing, and I might even wait till the full release at this point because it's coming soon enough, anyways. And it still takes time. I open there's 8 different tiers of card packs. I'm opening the rarest one because they have the highest money value to juice my money, so I can buy more machines and afford more inventory opening, basically. So I don't know how infinite it is. I will say I've gotten to the point where when I started playing the game, I was playing at a sweet 120 frames per second. I've now had to bump it to 60, and I'm getting frame rate dips because of the sheer amount of like product and NPCs on the screen. So I don't even know if I might end up breaking the game at some point real soon with all the assets I have. But
I'm impressed that you got that far this quick. Like,
I've been playing nonstop because this is the other, because there's no advanced time feature like a lot of Sims games, or at least like the kinds I play. I have everything automated. Basically, once the place closes and the employees leave, there's a scanner you can buy. So I just scan all the tickets to order at this point. And then the boxes arrive outside. I'm not worried about anyone stealing them. I just leave them outside. And then I pass the day. And then in the morning, all the employees come in and put all the boxes on the shelves and in the back room. And then I turn the lights on, flip the open sign, and I go do something else. I've been I've been doing some other stuff. So I'm not playing the game like hooked into it anymore. I'm like, I open and close the store and then I go AFK.
Yeah. Let it run.
Literally just let it run in the other window. I watch some TV. I sketch some notes in a notepad. I'm like working on some stuff. So like playing games this week has been really funny because I'm usually like number one, like, face plugged into the game all the way up its ass. I'm not doing anything else in my life, staying up too late. Now gaming for me is like, oh, time to open the store. Okay, here, click, 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 and then all right, employees. You got to pay the employees.
Yeah, pay your bills, and it's all on that little phone app, so it's easy. You just
order the inventory, and then I got to check the card pack openers because you have to manually take them out, but the employees will put them in, and then the rest of the game's automated. But I can't fast forward time because I'm like, okay, like a day's going to take 10, 20 minutes. Time to do something else. So,
Closes at 9, I think, every day. Yeah. It's a fake time, so it's
8 to 9.
I want to say the minutes pass at the rate of real life seconds.
That's what it feels like to me too. Yeah.
I think that's about right.
A little faster, but yeah.
So it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's also not too short. It feels just about right to me. You're a lot further than me, so you're playing a different game right now.
I mean, I'm pretty much at the end game. The only content I have left to do is just buy like decorations and like pimp it out. But you can't put objects on top of objects. So there's only so much you can do with the decorations, I find, which is not bad. It's just a little limiting. I don't have any vertical space to work with. But the last like major thing is just like I have 38 of 45 achievements. So basically all that's left is like manually check out 1,000 customers. Oh, great. Top recruiter hired 8 workers. I think I have 6. So
where are those guys physically shown in the thing? They're all walking around, or are they?
Yeah, they don't wear like uniforms or anything, but you'll know who they are. It's chill, right? They can just wear whatever. You have to collect like 2,500, I think, unique cards. So that's going to take time. Like that's a card opening thing and talking to people who want to trade. So. And then there's you can get your cards graded. So I don't know if you've seen that yet. You're probably still too early. But
I've seen the page or the app for it and messed around in there, but I haven't graded anything.
One of the things you might want to do with your extremely high value cards, I'd say 2,000 and above, is hold on to them so you can afford to send them away. It takes 12 days. Okay. Unless you pay a ton of money, that's kind of not worth it. 12 or 7 days is probably a good thing. You can go get them like appraised, and they'll give you a score out of 1 to 10. So like a $2,000 card, let's say, or even a $10,000 card that gets graded as like a 10 could be like 40 or 50 grand.
Oh, wow.
Like like ungraded cards kind of go for market price, but there's a whole gradation market price for the like officially graded cards, and they get sealed up into like a sealed card holder, and they're in a special part of your binder. And those are the ones like I go and get them appraised, and then I use them as prizes. As you can see behind me, there's a tournament going on right now for this is I don't think this is a $75,000 tournament I earned, but I think I earned like 30 grand off this one.
It's just happening with you or without you at the moment, right?
Yeah, you just set it up on your phone, and you can buy a TV that shows the results, so you can see like the results of the tournament going on. They usually do about 5 rounds in a day, and they all play their games or they watch each other's tables. It's all people playing in the tournament. The thing about the tournament is that means your customers are mostly taken up doing the tournament. They're buying less during that day. But if you juice them for a lot of money, it's way more lucrative it's the most lucrative thing I figured out to do in the game.
My favorite animation when there's a guy losing at one of those tables. I just saw one do it in your background. They do this. So it's basically an animation thing where they're supposed to go, and cover their face with like, I've lost this round or whatever. Yeah. Instead, they do this. They have 2 fanned out chunks of cards, and they go,
You know how you do when you lose. Yeah, that's funny.
Love that. Anyway, you start to notice these quirks when you play this loop over and over. It starts.
Yeah, like I said, it's usually like they put effort into like depicting things, but it's not super accurate. There isn't a lot of variety into what they do. But I don't know. It's enough to make the game like fun and compelling, and it's not something I'm going to play for years. But right now, I'm just kind of.
Does that mean I don't know what the next big chorecore thing will be that comes out and everyone goes crazy over, but
Zero Company.
You got well, yeah, but that isn't chorecore. That's
I mean, I'm managing a bunch of mercenaries in the Star Wars universe.
That's true. I guess there is a little of that.
Kind of chorecore, but yeah, we tend not to think of anything involving combat as being a chore, and I get it.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't know. I think this one was fun. Don't really want to play another chore. Like I'm not like, man, I think I like chorecore games. I'm like, this is the one chorecore I'm playing, and hopefully never again. But we'll see.
Hopefully I'm never.
But have you ever considered picking up individual library books off a floor and putting them where they go?
Exactly.
I own that. Maybe if I booted it up, I'd get hooked. But it was like, I don't know, man.
You know what? But actually, John brings up a good point, and I think this game is emblematic of that because this plays almost exactly like the grocery store one. But the grocery store one I find way less compelling to play. It's because this theme is up my alley, right? It's like a hobby shop full of cards and toys and plushies and shit. It's a place I'd want to go myself. And there's something about that compels me to push forward as opposed to like, we all need groceries and stuff.
Well, I mean, it's a simulator game, but my impression always of simulator games is like it's simulating something, right? This feels like a business management game, which I sort of consider like it's got a foot in another genre, right? Like, Dyson Sphere Program is kind of a business management game. It might not have currency, but you have products that you mine from the ground, and then you have machinery that turns your products into new byproducts, and you use those byproducts and fabricators to create things. And like, if I had to do everything manually about Card Shop Simulator, I'd be bored. But the fact that I can hire employees and and set prices and figure out how to like make the automation go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's a simulator game, but it's like I find it's more in a business management, and that's not the like Power Wash Simulator. I don't really feel like I'm going to be setting up a business to like so that I don't have to do the power washing my employees can. You know what I mean? So it's like, like even like 2 Point Museum. Like I don't know, for some reason they're in front of me. I'm just looking. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fun. Like you automate everything and you make the decisions how that automation is going to get carried out. And you're optimizing for efficiency, like that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, I like that.
It's junky.
Yeah. But so it just depends what we're talking about with chorecore, because I don't consider business management to be a chore. I consider it to be like exactly. I consider it to be like kind of core to video games, which is like taking rules, mechanics, and resources and like manipulating them in various ways. So.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you tell me what this does, this little workbench thing? I haven't bought it yet, but what will it do for me?
Yeah. So have you ever seen like bulk sales of cards like on eBay and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like maybe on Amazon? Yeah. So that's what that is. Like anything, I'm at a point where anything under $5 like in value is just not worth my time. Like, but I'm literally opening like 5,000 cards a day. Now, unfortunately, I can't get an employee to work at that workbench, so hopefully that's coming in 1.0. But basically, what that workbench does is you can take any financial range of cards, let's say 1 penny to 10 cents or $1, and just cram 100 in a box and sell it as like here's a bulk box, and it's a product that you don't order from a supplier because it's coming out of your own collection. The problem is it's manual, so it's a little boring to sit there and like. I literally have like 100,000 cards in my binder.
It's like a long box of comics that you just are like, I'll sell this whole box for $50.
Yeah, you have a junk comics that are worth 10 cents each. No one's going to buy them 10 cents. So you're like, I put 100 of them in a box and sell it for $20.
Love it.
And you actually get more profit from it. And it's a surprise, so people don't know what they're going to get. And yeah, I mean, that's a real thing. That's what I mean. Like, they're pretty knowledgeable about the TCG scene. Isn't someone going like, people like TCGs, I guess they'll make a simulator.
Oh yeah, they're clearly fans. You get the vibe right away that they're into it.
Clearly, like know what they're doing, and so there's a lot of stuff like that. So that's what that workbench does. But often I'll just throw overstock on it. I don't use it that much because I have to manually use it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, this is for Cyrenex, by the way, in the chat. That's for him. All right, so I'm going to give this a big thumbs up too. It's rad. I don't have much to add. I'm way behind where you're at. I played. That's pretty much. Well, it's most of what I played this week. I played some other stuff, but just a really fun one of these. So if you're looking for it,
pro tip. Not that you can do this right away, but the more inventory you have on a shelf, I think the customers do a die roll. So this is the other thing I don't like about the way they buy things. So it's a tip, but also a critique.
You're talking about under like behind the scenes dice rolls that are happening.
Yeah, okay. Dice rolls. So like if there's a shelf and it has 8 items, they could buy 1 to 8 items. And I think there's the pricing might factor into if they decide to, and if so, how much. But forget that for a second and just like, if there's only 8 items on a shelf, they'll only buy up to 8 items.
Okay.
So you ideally eventually want to have deep shelves, like those shelves of card packs behind me there, like that I can point to my store. Those are 144 packs deep. Jeez. So I can get a rule where they just clear out the shelf, right? It doesn't happen very often.
I do like when they do that, though. They come up there with just a ton of shit. I love that.
So people buying tons of card packs is like pretty normal, but there's also things like board games. Now, I don't know about you, but when I buy a board game, I usually buy 1 copy. So when some customer comes up with 4 copies of the exact same board game, I'm going like, okay,
they're using the same math.
We could do a little more work on the customer AI, like, or they'll buy like 4 of the same play mats, and I'm like, I think I'd buy 4 different play mats. Like or you know what I mean? Like card packs make sense. Fat packs, all that stuff. But does someone really want 10 red deck boxes? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I think like the customer should make more sensible shopping decisions for your simulator. Like I get it's a Unity Store asset flip, and I get that you've even kind of butchered the TCG rarity logic, but can our customers like behave somewhat sensibly, please? So when I'm ringing someone through and I'm like, oh my God, they're buying 18 D20 packs of the same color. I'm just, why would anyone do that? You know? So, yeah.
Tez in the chat says somehow Corpo Beau has combined with Gamer Beau and formed a monster.
True.
Yeah.
True. I mean, it is
because listen to you, you're saying things like, I'm not taking any cards worth less than $5. They're not worth my time. That's some Corpo talk right there.
Well, my favorite bit of Corpo that has shown is like, me power wash something. No, thank you. I will hire somebody to power wash for me.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. No denial.
That's what being a business owner is. If I wanted to work myself, I wouldn't be a business owner, right? Like if you're the business owner, you play the role of business owner, which is like, I'm paying you. Can you do something for me, please? Like,
sure.
I kind of joke. I can be a dick to these people because they're just video game bites and not real people, right? Like, But yeah, Zach, man, he pisses me off sometimes. He leaves boxes on the ground. I'm like, put the boxes away, Zach.
Yeah. You've named him Zach? Or does he
they got names. If you go to the hiring thing, everyone's got a name. I don't know anyone's name. Okay. I just know Zach's name because he was the first one, and he fucks up all the time.
It's not my job to know my employees' name.
But you know why?
Stock the show.
Not worth my time.
But you also know why Zach still works there in spite of his incompetence is because I only pay him $50. Meanwhile, I got that guy in the red glasses you're seeing back there.
Yeah,
he's the red comet.
Yeah,
he's really fast at everything. I pay him $700 a
day. And Zach doesn't even know.
Yeah.
So, shit.
No raise for Zach. Employees don't talk about your earnings. It's
freaking company drama, dude. I don't like it. Yeah, no, this is fun to watch. And John said Corp Beau, and I've never heard you do that before, and that's amazing. I'm going to use that for now.
I say Corpo Beau for some reason. But
no, just Corp Beau.
Corp Beau. Yeah. What'd you play in the Cyberpunk? I picked the Corp Beau character.
The Corp Beau.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, we would recommend thumbs up, guys. If you want a good asset flip that's got some good sauce in it.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
I put a ton. What were my hours in this one? Yeah, 60 hours roughly.
This sold a shit ton of copies. I want to say they're just in reviews alone for most popular, maybe English, or like 33,000 reviews just for those. And that's just people who review. Like, it's crazy how well this thing's done.
Let's see what the SteamDB estimates are.
I think it might be coming to consoles. I played it on Steam Deck quite a bit. It works great. You have to kind of...
Yeah, all the estimations by the analytics sites are minimum 2 million, like 2.5 million copies.
Yeah, they've done really well for themselves.
They've done really,
And you know what they need to do? Either an add-on or actually a whole new game, do a comic book store. That's what I want next. And I realize there's a lot of crossover there, but I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
And I want custom... See, that would be really tempting, though, for them to AI gen a bunch of shit.
Where you get the AI.
And I don't want that, but... they could make a deal.
Someone to hire a bunch of artists to riff on like the most famous covers from Marvel and DC and
John
Image and all of that.
I play that game. John will be playing that game.
I think switch up their names. Like Batman
Superman,
can be
Night
Orphan or something.
Yeah,
Night Orphan.
Night Orphan. I mean, isn't that what the boys and everybody else does anyway? They just riff on old tropes anyway, so do more of that. Yeah, I'm in. All right, that's what we played together, or apart together. That's a game we both played, put it that way.
Yeah. There you go.
Outside of that, I had a very busy week, lots of stuff going on around the Johnson house, and as a result, I got very busy. So I played a whole lot.
You just decided you liked pinball.
Oh, I played so much pinball.
What was Scott into this week? Pinball.
So much video game pinball. I played Xeno Tilt and Demon's Tilt to death. I love them. I love these two games. There's a third one on the way from this developer. I'm stoked when that's finally out. They're currently on sale right now. There's a Pins and Paddles event thing on Steam. So anything that's like pachinko related or, Peggle likes and any kind of pinball games and that kind of stuff, they're all on sale right now. So it's actually a great time for me to be addicted to this stuff. But it was unrelated. It's not why I was playing them. I just got in this mood because last week I talked about Cult of Pin, and I still think people should play Cult of Pin. I've essentially beaten that game. I haven't gotten all the difficulty levels yet, but I've gotten through all I've unlocked all the tables, most of the mechanics, most of the balls. I'm kind of there with that game. Demon's Tilt and Xeno Tilt are a little more traditional in the sense that you're kind of chasing scores. And they're both really excellent at doing this. They were both inspired by Demon Crush on the what was the TurboGrafx had these pinball games called Demon's Crush or Demon Crush, and the other one was like Xeno Crush or something. And so Xeno Tilt and Demon's Tilt are both riffs on that. May seem obvious now that the names are,
Was there a third one? Do we know what the third one's going to be? Because there was a third one.
It was a Japanese only release for NEC over there, and I don't remember the name of this thing, but apparently they're making a trilogy, and they're sort of like inspiration from those three games. So yes, that is happening. How soon, I don't know. I would really like it to be sooner than later because I really like these games a lot. Anyway, it's just the Tilt games. I would say, the guy playing is shit.
Yeah,
he's so bad. It reminds me of like pinball with a little bit of bullet hell in it. And for some people, it's kind of hard to track the ball because there's a lot going on, a lot of flashing and explosions and weird particle effects and stuff. But I love it and played the living shit out of these games this week. This is all I wanted to do, and I kept wanting to go back and do better and do more. And I got some pretty decent scores. I don't have them here to share, but if you're in my friends list on Steam and you have this game, you'll see them. They have a friends list leaderboard thing that you can look at. But just mechanically, I like how it feels, and it's a big long table with it's almost like three tables in one. These two games, both Xeno. This is Xeno, but the other one, Demon's Tilt, which is more fantasy based, is more science fiction based, and there's a lot of twisted, weird shit like things Giger might paint, or it's just kind of weird. Like the demon lady up top is always going, "Oh no, shit! I'm getting hit by a ball" or whatever. She doesn't say that.
Spooky lines. Oh shit! A ball hit me again.
Oh no! It's not quite that, but it's like just got great Here, let me turn some of this on. Actually, I can play it. Here we go. Let's get a little audio. See if I can get her yelling up there. Oh, this guy sucks. All right.
Never mind.
Oh, there she is. Never mind. Never mind. She's cool. Anyway,
Never mind. Shit, another ball.
Another ball has hit me in the face. It's really good. Lots of stages, bonus stages, weird ways to play, multiple game modes, just cool game. So check those out if you haven't. Again, those are Xeno Tilt and Demon's Tilt. Demon's Tilt is only $9 on sale right now. It's half off. And the other one's like $5 off, but both are worth it, even at full price. I think they're excellent games. And then Cult of Pin, still in its early release days and is still on sale for that release. I forget the price, but it's up there as well. And as a result of time I had to wait in a waiting room for some stuff my wife was doing, I had my little taco unit and my phone with me, so I played more Pokemon Pinball because pinball.
Hell yeah. Also, Pokemon Pinball is just great.
It's the greatest video game pinball ever made, period.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Without any comparison for me. Like, there are a lot of pinball, video game pinball, and I go way back. I love them. I think I like them more than real pinball. Keep your hate mail to yourselves. I just like what you can do creatively with a video game with that motif. And Pokemon Pinball, just all-timer. So good.
Well, it's like the idea of Pokemon, catching all of the Pokemon and all of that, but instead of a light RPG battle mechanics, it's pinball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just combine like the best parts of two things.
Yeah. You still got to catch them all, or you want to. You still, thematically you're kind of playing in the playground of pinball or of Pokemon, but it just uses the mechanics. This is a little video from it now, but it uses the mechanics so well. And there's two fully different tables, and like pinball, there's like 8 games to play on a pinball board. So if you unlock a certain thing, now you can go for a certain other thing, and that unlocks other stuff. But because this is a video game, when the actual Pokemon are hanging out on the screen, you literally have to like physically hit them to catch them. And then when you do these bonus stages, like none of this is possible in a real physical machine. And that's what I love about it. So anyway, huge fan. If you haven't played it, it's for the GBA. Go back in time and find a copy.
I love it so much. It's cool to hear, though, because you don't have the nostalgia or the love for, like, Pokemon, the original.
Not at all. This is my favorite Pokemon game as a result.
But for me, like, that was the novelty. I guess maybe I would be the other perspective, because, like, pinball always seemed a little, like, not great. It was like, yeah, but we got real video games now.
Yeah.
But I was a huge Pokemon fan.
Right.
And so this kind of had the opposite impact where it was like, well, I don't really love pinball, but I love Pokemon. And now because I'm playing this, I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of works both ways.
It brought us to the center is what it did from both of those perspectives. It's very, very good. And if you have the Delta app on your Android or iOS phone, and even if you don't have a controller to attach, you just want to use the screen, this game works pretty well with it. So there's that. I also wanted to send a quick thanks. I didn't get time to play it, but I'm excited to try it out. Otakunet 21. We've heard he's done stuff before.
It.
I got it, didn't I? First time.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
Look at
man.
that.
He sent me a copy, or gave me a copy on Steam of a game called Sandustry, which is like sand and industry. It's like side-scrolling Satisfactory, kind of.
Oh.
So like, not Satisfactory. What's the game I'm thinking of?
Factorio?
Factorio is what I meant to say, because it's more pixely and that sort of thing. But it plays like, oh geez, what's the 2D? Everyone loved it. It was
Terraria.
Terraria. It's like that perspective and the way you build on screen and everything. But you're trying to like harvest all this sand and then get the gold out of it, and then you make more gold. So
there's gold in that sand.
it's reviewing really well, and I was kind of looking at it anyway, and he threw it my way, so I'm going to get my head in that, see what's going on there. It's also on Game Pass, and I'm playing it on Steam, so there's that. I think Epic has it as well. Oh, and you can play it over GeForce Now, which I also did a little bit of. Or I launched it there. I didn't actually play it. Anyway, there's that. Hey, John, what'd you get into? Speaking of Pokemon, holy shit. Yeah. What's going on?
Get ready. It's a slow week for me. So the first thing I'll say is I don't really have anything new to talk about, but I did keep playing How Many Dudes. I still really love that game. Had some really fun, crazy big runs in that. Wrapping up Marvel's Midnight Suns. Had good times with that, but nothing else to say. And finished the main story portion of Restory. But again, nothing really that we haven't talked about in previous weeks. So I did spend time with those games, with what people are going to say, and I would probably agree with real games this week.
Yeah.
But most of my gaming time is, I got a little one who just started going to school. I have to walk him to class every day over to his school. I'm doing a lot of walking. I'm trying to stay more active. Just in general, get out more, especially because it's 1 billion degrees out here and motivation is low to do that. I decided to help my motivation by re-downloading Pokemon Go.
Back to Pokemon Go.
That's right.
I've been holding that the whole show. I was ready to hit it.
Back to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
The only way to gamify walking around. So I've been doing that.
Nice.
Has
much changed? Can you tell, or is it too early to know if you're, like it's that different than it was when you last played?
There's different stuff. They've definitely brought in a lot of stuff from like newer Pokemon, which I get old man about. I'm like, what is this? What is this garbage that you've added to the games? It's like, well, this is a Dynamax Pokemon. They get really big. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, who you're looking for new ways to get money out of me, because like it requires items to have these fights. It's like, well, what do they do different? Well, only they can fight these types of Pokemon. Okay, but if I just decide not to engage with the system at all, what happens? You save money. Okay, great. Well, then we're just going to ignore that. But at its core, it is still a game about walking around, seeing sights, parks, places around you, a very light type of battle system on top of everything. And, earning stuff. And it's a good way to spend some time with your family. Because as soon as I got it again, my wife downloaded it. And then both the kids were like, can we get it as well? We're like, sure, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And now they have it. And so we're a team of 4 going out. And my youngest son wants to play it. He calls the game Pokeball, which doesn't create any awkwardness anywhere when he's like, I want to play Pokeball.
Every poking my ball.
And so he doesn't quite get to play, but I did buy him a big plush Pokeball that he could throw at stuff. So,
well, you're part of a resurgence. Apparently, millions of people have returned to it this summer, and there's not a great explanation as to why. Like, no crazy. Someone may correct me on this, and I just don't know about it. But everything I read, it didn't seem like there was some new addition that had got people flooding back to it. That it had just kind of people all collectively went, "Wait a minute, what's going on in there? Let's go play that again."
I know when I logged in, I don't know if it's still going. I don't know for how long. I hate to be a peddler of potential mobile addictions, but I do know that they were basically giving away a perfect Mewtwo, which is a very popular one. So that's going on, but I can't see any other reason. But I mean, for me, again, it's mostly motivation. Hey, this is a reminder. You should get up, move, get out, do things. And again, especially when it's as hot as it's been getting here, because it's also been humid, like having that extra nudge really helps, because you're out for 2 minutes and you're just drenched in sweat. So anything that can help you get through that is a good idea. So just gamify it, and I still think of the things that I've played and interacted with, it's probably the most fun for me. Probably, again, given my history with Pokemon, it's the most fun for me to do. So, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a great video game. It's definitely after your money. You can absolutely play it without spending any, especially if you're just going to do it casually, but it's definitely trying its best to get your money in all the ways that they can, and it's not your friend, but you can have fun.
It's too bad though, because like there is a world where they could make compelling features for
premium experience. Yeah, I agree.
It's just
no one does
it's on a phone.
Yeah.
You make games for phones, it breaks your morality somehow.
Yeah, nobody's out there with a Switch 2 in the sun, doing portable shit, and they're not connected to some network. So it just doesn't work. I wish somebody would take this, and some have tried and they've all failed, but I wish somebody would take this like geolocation thing, which still feels like magic a little bit, to walk up to a corner that you're used to in your neighborhood and know that there's a invisible thing you can spin in and it's going to give you shit. Like there's something about all that. It's like it's just neat.
It is cool, and there's a fun quality to it, because with the Pokemon one, there's gyms, right? So there's Pokestops that just give you items when you spin it, and then there's gyms where you can actually take them over and leave your Pokemon, and then if other people want to take it over, they have to fight your Pokemon. And everything's team based, so there's 3 teams. And there is something fun about my family pulling up to a place and we take over the gym, and, we'll be walking around catching Pokemon, spinning Pokestops, and all of a sudden we get the notice like, hey, your Pokemon got kicked off the gym, and you look and there's a car in a parking lot. And you know that inside that car is a family of people that you're now at war with. Like they're kicking you off your gym, and you're like, okay, guys, we're going to wait until they drive away. And then as soon as they drive away, we're taking this back, and we're going to make them come back out here.
Little King of the Hill action going on.
to do it, yeah. Like that stuff is fun, and when they have like a community day and you see it's not what it was. I mean, there was the craze where it was like you would go to a park and it would just be an insane amount of people at the park all staring down at their phones. Like it was kind of frightening in a way. It's not that anymore, but they'll do like a community day event. You'll see groups of a couple people wandering around any big park in the area, clearly playing the game, clearly interacting with it. And because almost, with the exception of doing like remote raid pass stuff, you have to be there in person. It's a lot of, that's what they're for, that's what you're there for. And there is a community element to it.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's cool. And someone in the chat says maybe it's because it's 10 years old that there's this resurgence. I mean, there's a lot of things that are 10 years old. I don't know that it's automatic, but I don't know. There's a community aspect to this that's nice to see thriving this far in. So I know people are very unhappy about Saudi Arabia investment firm owning it now. Niantic sold the whole thing off. And having all that geolocation data, which technically is Google Maps data, so it's not really exclusive data, but I don't know. I have some misgivings about all that, but it is what it is. Get your Pokemon and get them outside in the hot Phoenix sun.
Go.
So do you recommend it in 2026, or are you like, is it just an excuse for walking?
I don't recommend it as a game. Like if you're like, oh, I want a super fun game, like no, I don't recommend it. Like yes, there are game mechanics in here and they're fun enough. Like doing raids are kind of fun, doing PvP battles are kind of fun. There is a very light game on top of all of this geolocation stuff. I would recommend this if you are like me and you need a little kick out the door to get moving, or if you are doing a lot of walking and you're like, man, I really wish I had something that I could gamify on top of this. Like, then yeah, I think it's a good experience for that. Right. As a video game, no.
Sure.
No.
I would a real pinball or imagine a version of this where they stripped out all the micros and all of that. It was just a good progression, rewarding based version of a Pokemon experience that required this kind of real life aspect to it. It'd be one of the all-time greatest things ever made, and it's all we would ever talk about. But no one would have billions of dollars, so I know why they haven't made that. But,
yeah.
But wouldn't that be great? That's the game I want. right there.
I always get jealous because my son has a lot of those like kid Kindle app type things, and they rip all the monetization stuff out, or at least what they do is like, you know, when you push the button, it's like, do you want 10 million gold coins? Give us $7 billion.
Yeah.
Like it's that principle, but you don't give them the dollars.
Right.
So he'll play one of those clearly like overly monetized mobile games, and it'll be like, you need 17 crystals. And he just goes, give me 17 crystals. And it goes, here you go, sir. Like for nothing. And it's like, it is in a way one of the most satisfying things in the world to watch, but all of the older kids and adults look at it and just go, my God, it's incredible. Cause like we're used to being told, okay, that'll be $20, please. And he's just like, oh, I need gold coins. Bink, gold coins.
Yeah.
And even that is nefarious in its own way, because it's essentially like building an expectation that when you need gold coins, you just push button, get gold coins. Don't think about it, because right now it comes from magic.
Yep.
So that when it does come from money, he's still like, but it's magic.
Yeah.
But from an outsider perspective, it's fun to watch. And I will also say the other nice thing, my son doesn't give a shit about those games anymore. He burned out on them.
Moves past
like
them.
nowadays, I'm like, hey, you want to play your tablet? And he's like, not really. And like, even when he has his tablet, he's like, I guess I'll watch something on it. He's not really there to play anything. Like he just wants to play Astrobot right now when it comes to video games.
A proper ass video game.
Maybe Minecraft.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Those are real video games you're talking about. So I think that's a good sign for the boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
One last thing. I just want to say a special thanks to Shatterproof. I woke up this morning and it said Shatterproof has sent you a gift copy of Dragon Sword Awakening. I didn't realize it until just before the show, so no chance to play it or anything like that. But a big thank you to Shatterproof.
Yeah. I wanted to play that too. All right. Beau.
Hi.
I guess you already talked about the game you played.
Yeah, listen, I went hard on TCG Simulator. That's the that's what it's like.
I love it.
I don't play lots of games. I'm like, I've been playing this game.
The only thing I haven't said enough about this is how I know this is going to be short-lived. I know this is a place you don't visit very often, but to have Beau hanging out in Chorecore Town, an address that's usually just mine, feels pretty good. I like it.
Like all I have to talk about is TCG card. I saw you guys maybe were gifted or bought Dragon Sword, which was
I don't have it.
I was kind of addicted to.
I want it.
Oh, maybe John's going to start playing it. I don't know. But
well, he just mentioned it. He got it from.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical me. Good listener, Beau. That's what they called me back in Prussia.
That's right.
It got me to drop that game where I was kind of just like, I feel like I had done everything I wanted to do, and I was just like, for some reason, killing squirrels to get the achievement for killing squirrels, and I'm like, I really should be doing something different, but it was still fun to log in. Like, it feels like when you play an MMO and you're in an end game, and you just enjoy being in the world and doing the things, but you realize all the critical path stuff's kind of done, you're just kind of doing activities. So I was like, I need to get out of this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game pulled me away. I remember last week I was like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that, but I was like, I tried it as a curiosity, but then I'm like,
well, then we all got excited because they had the card mods, and we guys started talking about all that stuff, and then I got
honestly,
that's what sucked me in. And I haven't even done it. I haven't even put a mod on yet. I'm just like doing the Pokemon thing that's been there.
The biggest thing is it kind of hit me at a good time, because what I've been doing with my downtime, like I've been trying, like I know John's been going for walking, but I've been just trying to spend more time creating, I guess, without being too specific about what it is I'm working on. But like, I want to like mess around with Godot a little more and game dev, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, good thing to do.
Yeah, but like, I'm always playing a game. So like, it's funny because I put it on automated, and then I'm like, I got like my little sketchbooks here now, and I've been like just sketching things out. Like I'm not even really programming or anything. I'm just like sketching. You can't see it because but
Whoa.
Yeah, well, this is the NVIDIA automatic thing. It kind of seems to suck or something. But anyways,
sure.
I've been sketching, so I was like, I'll open up a book and I'll start sketching ideas down the book while the game's running.
I love that.
And I'm
dude.
like,
that's
I'm
great.
like, this is like a good habit to be in. So I'm kind of like, I want to like preserve it, the habit.
Yeah. Plus, Star Wars is about to wreck us all. All three of us are going to get wrecked by that Star Wars.
There's a bit
we
of
are
a
probably gonna
holding
get
pattern for next week,
Yeah.
basically.
But I'm kind of hoping to balance that still a little more in the weeks to come, because I do want to like, and that's probably good subject matter to bring on the show because it's a video game show. But I'm just like, I think my biggest trouble is like I can't approach the game dev side of things with like, they say make lots of little things and play around. My brain just doesn't work that way. I'm usually like all in, or I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm like focusing on like, you still got to focus on little chunks. If you make yourself like a big overwhelming task, like make 500 works of art or 500 songs, just like, oh, it's never going to be done. Maybe just work on one thing, like make a drum beat or make this little toy or make this little thing in service of like a longer term project. If you break it into chunks. So like I've sort of settled on an idea that I have that's like uniquely my own, that I'm like just drawing stuff. I'm not announcing anything.
I love that you're doing it. Dude, that's great. I'm excited. Whatever it is.
And the reason that happened too is funny. I can't remember specifically what it was so because like Spider-Man was an awesome movie, I like kind of started watching MCU movies again. I kind of fell off, but I watched like the Iron Mans and the Hulk and stuff. And there's one point where like, I don't know if it's in 2 or 3, and Iron Man's like, oh, I hate my dad, he's so annoying. And then his dad left like some city model with secrets in it. He's like, wait a second, and he's got some of his dad's books, and his dad's books have formulas. And I'm like, oh, I should write formulas in a book. Not formulas, but I'm like, notebooks. I got interested in the idea of like writing things in a notebook, and I'm like, I used to do that all the time, and I haven't done it in a long time. So because I'm playing TCG Card Simulator, I was like, I got nothing to do. I look at my shelf and I see my notebooks. I'm like, oh, let me get a notebook and a marker, and let me just like start farting around. So I kind of want to do that some more. So hopefully I'm not just playing 80 hours of Zero Company, which we won't be playing this week because it's not out until Thursday, like the next time we record. So next week won't be a Zero Company week. It'll be the week after. Unless you guys want to talk about the hour we played of it before the show.
Yeah, I mean, there might be like, what a good hour, man.
But I think it's going to be a good one, and there'll be enough to talk about that. I say we put a moratorium on Zero Company for next week, and it'll be the week after.
Sure.
But I mean, you guys do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do. But yeah, so anyways.
You guys do what you want.
But all I kind of played, because also this game is like very addictive. Like I do find the business management of it fun. And it's a trading card business, which is also both appealing for many reasons, because not only do I enjoy them, I also have, a laundry list of critiques with card games and stuff, right? It's like a subject matter that's like catnip for me. So,
yeah,
both good and bad. Like it's engaging on almost a negative level sometimes, where it's like, I wouldn't have done the game this way.
Yeah.
Let me keep playing.
Speaks your language, though, right?
Yeah.
I get it. All right, then. That's what we got up to this week. We got news to cover, some more fun stuff coming up right after the break. Before we go there, I want to thank a brand new patron for joining us this week. Actually, this guy does double duty. He's over on the Patreon and the Substack. His name is Rando Tando.
Oh, I saw him in Andor.
Yeah, Andor Tandor.
Rando Tando.
He's subscribed to both, which means he's going to get all these benefits: no commercials, no ads. He gets pre-show content, host specials. He gets art in the mail from me, articles, all kinds of fun stuff because he supports us, and also just keeps this show alive, which is really important. Learn all about the ways you can support us at frogpants.com/core. Our Patreon directly is patreon.com/core show. And if you go to core.show, you'll find our Substack. All of it is referenced on our website. So go there and become a fan, a larger fan of the program. When we come back, there will be more. Stay tuned. We're back. Welcome back, everybody. This is the show that you left a minute ago. None of you really went anywhere. It's all the time shifting we're doing here. It's time for the show to continue on down the road, which means news. And news comes with a sound file that I need to find. Here it is. Let's do this one.
Finish the game! No!
Okay. I don't know.
Somebody send you that about Ghost of Tsushima?
Probably. It's probably where I got it, or it's why I saved it. Anyway, hey, let's talk about the worst thing I've seen in a while. The cringiest thing. I mean, I hate to be like, I don't want to just jump straight into this and say, well, all our fears have been confirmed. But I kind of think all our fears may have been confirmed. You don't want to get
conspiratorial about it?
Yeah.
We're about to talk about Star Citizen, which makes me feel like I need to step away from this conversation because I'm already on the hook.
Yeah, it's
for this, and people are going to think I'm showboating. Or I want it to be clear up front. I didn't put this in the notes. I didn't contribute this story. This is just a thing that's happening. I've already had people going, "Hey, John, how's working on that apology going?" Because I've famously said that if that game comes out and meets expectations, that I will write an apology to anybody who wants one for saying, I don't think that game's ever going to come out, and I think you all are getting scammed.
Yeah. John's position has been boistered this week. Let's say that.
That's all I'm going to say on it. You tell the story. You guys have a discussion. I'm going to sit here with a look that will only be described as smug.
So Star Citizen, more and more pressure mounting for them to like show more, interact more, launch a damn game, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And after 13 years and nearly $1 billion or whatever the hell it is they've gotten to, it's a lot of money. So they did this live stream. It was a dev stream that completely backfired. Like, it couldn't have been stupider. Like, you think what we're doing here is kind of basic, streaming core and everything. This is the most professional thing you've ever seen compared to what these guys showed. I don't know if anyone actually saw any of this. I watched part of it. It was so cringy. I had to like read more about it later because I couldn't make it through the whole frickin' thing. But I'll give you the basics and then we'll talk about it. The developers ran into game-breaking bugs live on air. Like right there while it was happening. Fine, right. That happens sometimes. Not end of times or whatever. But it was like basic mechanical stuff, really basic gameplay stuff that should have been worked out 10 years ago at the least. Like equipping weapons, swapping gear, navigating inventory systems. Borked on this stream. It looked like it had never even been tried before. It was so weird. It's about when I started to have to check out.
It's also worth noting, just as we're going through this, one thing to keep in mind with this is that the reason for this stream to exist was that people had been having troubles with content that they were demoing and talking about. This stream was supposed to show them what that content would look like without all the problems.
Yeah. Like, don't worry, we'll show you how it works internally.
The purpose of it was to show you the ideal version of the game.
Mm-hmm. The best build they've got. And all that happened. So then, as the stream went on, you could tell these dudes were visibly frustrated, the devs. That was mounting. The feeling was mounting. You could just feel it coming off this video. They became increasingly passive-aggressive with each other throughout this thing. Eventually, they pulled the plug, and I mean like sudden end to the thing. But to make it a little bit worse, as this frustration mounts, a developer signed off at the very end by saying they were proud of the work and hope players could soon enjoy, quote, the same experience, unquote, shown on the stream, which obviously live viewers, took a big shit on that, as they should. Like, the lack of self-awareness was crazy. Fans have now described the broadcast as cringe and feeling like a hostage video. With the game in development for around 15 years and raising over $1 billion from backers, the disaster further eroded community trust that a stable 1.0 release will ever happen. Cue John's prediction. So it was rough, dude. Now, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even know they were doing this. When I heard about this, I first saw the headline and went, oh, are we actually going to hear something? Are we going to... Cool. This is actually, maybe this is progress. We're going to see a game or whatever. You hear all this stuff about the single player thing getting closer and all this. And I don't know, I got kind of excited about it. And then I read about how it went and then I watched part of it. And I was just like, what the F is, seriously, what is going on over there? It sounded to me like these people hate each other. Not just like passive aggressive. Like you could tell there was some mounting some weird bullshit between these devs. Like all is not well on the Star Citizen front, and it made me not want to go near this potential class action lawsuit of all time.
So I guess this is more of a train wreck than I thought, because I saw a headline like, "Oh, Star Citizen fumble," and I'm like, it just didn't seem surprising to me. I'm like, oh yeah, what else is new? Of course. Like so what was there any like clippable moments or anything, or just like?
I mean, probably
think the biggest one is near the end. One of the guys who was playing the game, and I think it was the CEO.
Oh, was it Chris? What's his name?
I think it might have been. I could be wrong about that, but he comes in, and the guy's like kind of passing it off to him, like, "Do you wanna?" And he goes, "This is your show. End it."
Oh shit!
And walks away.
I checked out before like, that.
God,
that is so cringy, dude. It makes me uncomfortable even think about it, because it means that they've got a serious cultural divide happening there. Cloned in the chat says they kept attacking one specific employee. Like, it's not good, man. It's a very bad sign. And I'm not saying that I had all that much confidence. I think I was maybe a little more confident than John, but now I think I might be wherever John's seats are out in the audience. That's about where I'm at now. This is if it's happened.
Fine out here. I'm far from alone. Although every time we talk about it, I get told about it's playable, man. We're playing it every week.
It's already a game.
We love it. It's so good. It's all right. You're gonna have to write so many apologies.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're gonna have to write any. In fact, I think it's gonna result. This is my new prediction after seeing what I saw and reading what I read. This is gonna end in a nasty, nasty class action lawsuit by people who have invested in the game, players, whatever. They bought $1,000 ship. Those people, they're gonna. Enough of those people are gonna be like, "Hello, we're done." And I'm not saying like right this second, but I think this is gonna be a remembered time of the quick downhill slide that is expectations on this thing and whether people are willing to put up with it anymore.
Sorry, when did it start? Star Citizen start?
15 years ago, so it's been...
It's 15?
Yeah, so it's been 20... That was 2016, 10 years ago, so 20... My brain won't work. 2011? 12?
2012. So we're 2026, so it's 14, 15 years. It seems like there's a problem.
Yeah. I started TMS that year or the year before it.
There's a problem. A whole person is nearly an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And $1 billion, Beau, of fundraising money, not just like money they've spent, money that they have garnered from people who are investing in the game from a player perspective. $1 billion.
I mean, I played a game made with Unity Asset Store slop that sold 2.5 million copies at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if AAA has problems, what the hell is Star Citizen?
No, it's
with $1 billion in budget.
And I know everybody's like jumping on this bandwagon of hate for this. What I'm here to tell you is I think this is a measure.
Not a bandwagon. Like,
I agree.
It's like, oh, everyone's on the Charles Manson was a murderer bandwagon. It's like, well, yeah, like, you know, like, like sure, like, yes. I'm not embarrassed to be on this bandwagon.
No,
I'm sorry. Like, we call it bandwagoning because there's people with copium who play the game who wanted to believe. We've all been in that boat. I wanted to believe Heroes of the Storm would not have the fate that it happened to. I get it.
Yeah,
we're well beyond that point, folks.
Yeah,
and I hate to say I told us so, but I told us so. I fucking told us so. And so, you know, yeah.
But okay, John, you once said that when this is a $49 product, let me know, and maybe I'll buy it or something like that. Some words to that effect. This is forever ago.
Okay.
Like years ago.
Back when games were $49.
Yeah, back when we were still paying $49. Back when, you know, this game was only halfway through its development cycle when games were only $49. This is what I think is kind of funny about all this. If they ever do release whatever is at the end of this rainbow, I think I'm more likely to buy it now because of the mess than I would have prior. Because I kind of need to see, I want to experience the train wreck a little bit.
Well, as I get reminded every time we talk about it, you don't have to wait for it to come. You can go experience it right now.
I can waste my money now, play it now. But see, yeah. I guess
there's no release. If you're a company that doesn't release a product in 15 years, it's all investment round. Like whether it's like investment with no expectation of return, like Kickstarter, or venture capitalism, it's venture capital, not ism. None of this is actual like revenue. The company has not made real revenue from a launch product. Obviously, you can buy in early. To me, that's an investment product. If you buy in early, there is no guarantee that whatever you buy in early will come out. That's always a disclaimer on these things. Now, a lot of the time, these things come out. But generally speaking, that's because the stuff that doesn't come out often gets suppressed, right? This, like from the community, like people look at it and go like, oh, I don't know, they have a past reputation, blah, 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 blah. Like most stuff that you pre-order, early access, Kickstart, a good percentage of it that like has a groundswell, it usually, I think, has a fairly decent track record of coming out, if not satisfactorily, still in some shape or form. So, you know, I would not consider pre-ordering anything part of their revenue stream. This is just early investment. That's why you go to early access. You get some funds now, so you can pay for some shit, hopefully, like an artist if you need art or music or stuff like that. Like that revenue. If you didn't need the revenue now, why would you do early access or Kickstarter, right? You need the revenue now to complete the project.
Right.
That's
right.
Whether that's true or not, that's like the basic premise of why a customer would want to do that for a company.
Yeah.
So that's like
it's a more
investment.
It's like a more drawn out version of that Ashes of Creation story, where that happened pretty quick and the scam kind of fell apart real quick.
So, you know, if you should be mad at anyone, it's for yourself for investing in something with no hope of return. Obviously, I'm not saying not to do these things because we all want great video games. And if we see somebody doing something awesome, we give them money in advance. And I think I'm okay with that. I think we're all okay with that. But like the higher that peak goes in terms of like, we're going to make the game to end all games, you know, that's very bad. Like I get given the money in the early days, like in 2012. But you know, as the years have drawn on, they're taking a criminal tack. No one has come out and said like, yeah, things aren't going well. Sorry guys, because then that would impact their future scams. So when you want to scam people, you need people to feel good. This is called lying. And so it doesn't shock me that what I'm hearing about this presentation, it's probably just taken a long time to come to light because they have $1 billion, and now the problem, you know, whatever they burned through is probably starting to hit an ember. I'm guessing at this point.
It's about to get weird.
I mean, I have always stood by, you know, I don't believe this game is going to come out. But that does make me sad because I want this game to come out and be everything that they said it was going to be. I was on the like hype train when it got announced. I didn't buy into it, but I was still like, oh man, I can't wait for Star Citizen. I can't wait for Star Citizen. I was excited about it. Not enough to put money on it, but enough to be excited and hyped for it. And the longer it took and the longer it got, the more practical I became about it. But part of the reason I've always made the joke, I'll write apologies if the game comes out and meets expectations, is because if that happens, I'll happily do it because it's what I want. I'm getting a game I want. Like, I win either way. I'm either right, which feels nice, or I got an awesome video game, which also feels great. It's just, if you said, John, where are you going to put your chips on your bet? I am not betting for this
because they're doing crime. Like, that's not even, I'm not even alleging it. I think at this point we can say like, yes, this is criminal, because the way the business works, I'm pretty sure after years of us observing it, like, because they could have done the World of Warcraft, any number of games that are like, let's complete the first 10% and ship it. Like, They clearly could have done that. They clearly could have done, let's just do space. They even have Squadron 42, so they're thinking about it. They could have done, I think, something, you wouldn't call it a vertical slice, but they could have done, if they're building, like the Great Pyramids, they could have started with 10% of the pyramid and ship it, right? And keep building on it. The issue is that if the game comes out, people like it, but they fall off, no one's going to invest in more, potentially. Like, once something's a done deal, it's not guaranteed they'll become a World of Warcraft or a League of Legends. It might be the fact that something releases means the interest in people investing goes away. So if they stay in a state of perpetual never releasing
mystery, then
they can scam people because the final product's not out yet. So you're like, oh, it's just this amount now, but here's our roadmap. And I assume that's the plan for the rest of Chris Roberts' remaining days as part of the company, whether he actually ever gets ousted, because I'm assuming he's the problem. The leader.
Who knows? The last game he made was Freelancer, admittedly an incredible game. 2003 that came out. 23 years. No new game.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't make a bunch of games. In fact, he's a bit of a auteur. He made all those Wing Commander games and a lot of goodwill there and a lot of whatever. How do you go 23 years between this and your magical next project, and then you've got nothing to show for it except $1 billion and nothing else? Like, in some ways it's genius, but you can only do this so long, dude.
I think this is like standard.
It's criminal genius. Standard genius.
It's standard tech company stuff. We're going through that with AI as well, right? Like, they don't make nearly the revenues, the valuation, and we're all waiting for the shoe to drop another foot, if it ever does, because who knows. The way forward, at least there, is a little uncertain, but like, tech bubbles are like, it's like staying in a constant state of like, for as long as you can, not public, super high valuation, a lot of hype and interest, a lot of money coming in, a lot of promises about how things are going to change the world. And if they don't, they don't. But as gamers, like, that's one thing. If they're doing that to like investors, that's like probably the game. So it'd be up to the investors to be like, yeah, I can suss this out. This is bullshit. Or no, it's too big to fail now. Everyone's got too much money in this. If it takes 50 years to make this space game, then here's some more money. The problem is that they've swept up the public in this with their public funding campaign, which has no expectation of return on investment.
Nope.
And pre-order purchases, which also carries with it no commitments that the game will ever see the light of day in some shape or official fashion. So, at some point you got to look at, maybe you're into the game, you're into the vision, but the people are criminal. The priority is crime in this case, which is extracting money without providing, reciprocal value that's like meaningful, because there is no product as it stands. There is no service.
Yeah,
it's a beta. It's in development. It is not. And we have this sort of netherworld thing in the world of software these days, which you have to be knowledgeable to navigate about what early access means, what alpha, beta mean, all these things. And a lot of us are knowledgeable in that, so we accept those things. But if you're at a point where you've hit 1 billion, like, there should be a rule where it's like, oh, now you're launched. Like, whether you're launched or not, now you're finished. Like, there's got to be a cutoff point for a piece of software.
Also, 15 years. What takes 15 years to make? What about this game is so magical and next generation and world altering entertainment that it needs
by the
this
time. If in 15 years there's been like how many versions of, I don't know if they're using Unreal, but whatever, if they're using an engine, how many new versions have come out? So they gotta, if they want to keep up to date, maybe you don't have to use the latest version, but maybe once you're 3 versions behind, you gotta do a pass to update everything. I mean, even WoW has to update its engine every couple of expansions to support new features and graphical business. So they're running also on that tech debt of like, we have this large scope of vision and now it's all irrelevant because we don't use CRT monitors anymore, et cetera, et cetera. And now like we have AI in the mix and AI dev is happening. That's got to have an impact on what they thought they could do, and now they have this new tech, like experimenting. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Like, at a certain point, you have to have an endpoint on the software you're shipping, and then plan for the next stage. Which, I watch. It's just funny as I watch a lot of indie game dev channels lately. Just talking, and it's like mostly the advice there is like the complete opposite. Like, just put your piece of shit out. Like, finish the product, but don't try to make a AAA title or anything. Like, have your loop, have your assets in there. And if it's playable and if it's fun, like if it's not fun, don't ship it. But if it's fun, then get your demo out there.
Yeah.
And the demos, there's like 3,000 demos in the Next Fest. Like this is not even just like a secret advice that only a few developers know. It's like, it's literally the industry standard for small time development and even big time development. Like Xbox is even going like, oh, we got to ship games and like sell things,
Yeah.
So it's just like, because apparently they're losing money at a grand scale. So I just don't see how Star Citizen, like, its reputation should be zero. You guys should stop putting money into it. You probably should stop playing it because this is going nowhere.
Yeah, I'll give you, here's some perspective on time. Between 1990, the launch of Wing Commander 1, and 1996, he made Wing Commander, let's see, what is that, 4. So... But between then, they're like add-ons and other stuff. So we had how many Wing Commander games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games in 6 years. It's almost the opposite problem. And then he made Star Lancer in 2000 when he left to go to Microsoft. In 2001, Conquest Frontier Wars. And 2 years later, less than 2 years later, Freelancer. That's the last game he made, 2003.
Is it any more complicated than EVE Online? The game, the MMO with a reputation for being like super complicated.
Or No Man's Sky, for that matter. Like,
yeah, but at least No Man's Sky, I could lay it on like, well, it's a more, at least on the arcadey side of Space Sim. There's no spreadsheets in No Man's Sky, let's say. But EVE Online's that. Like, it exists. Like, it's a very complex system with a lot of emergent gameplay between players, with a huge galaxy. They shipped it, and they just add more content onto it after launching. Always online. One server, too. Not even different shards. All the players play in one sandbox.
And in all that time, he also directed and acted in Wing Commander, the movie.
Right.
He executive produced The Punisher, about 10 other movies, most recently 2009's Blackwater Transit, whatever the hell that is. He did all this executive producer work on movies and TV.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The project is in an inexcusable state.
That's really weird, man.
And if you find it excusable, I'd say, like, just politely, with great respect, like, bring up your standards a bit. Like,
yeah.
About what you find excusable and inexcusable. Because at this point, I feel we fully crossed into an inexcusable land. And like, I didn't see the clips or anything, but that's why I'm like, I didn't find it shocking. I'm like, yeah, this thing has just been waiting to crash and burn. They don't ship. They don't care about making money. They're happy to take it in every other way except retail sales. I don't understand.
Do you think that stream is a tipping point, though? Like, we're going to see a wipeout?
Clearly, because you're selling a game, you should be having fun while you're selling it. I know some creators are crankier or just a little more honest and direct and still get their games, but they ship. And there's even games where you might not like the people, but they did assemble a product, put it out there, and provide support for it. So, like, any personal politics aside, because sometimes that comes up with developers, they're still not being criminals. they're not taking money and not delivering. And I just think in this case, like, there's a very strong case to say, like, okay, you've taken $1 billion and you've had 0 retail sales. Why are you not out of business?
Yeah.
Like, why are you not out of business? Like, it's nice to be you, to have a business and have not have. I mean, imagine Walmart, like, we don't sell products here. Invest in us, and
yeah.
We won't give anything back to you.
Yeah, you're literally, the closest you'll get is you'll get a hologram of one of our trucks full of products that isn't.
I mean, if it was 2 developers and they got $20,000 and life happened, it would still suck, but I wouldn't be raking them over the coals, right? Like, I don't know. Like, you'd still be like, well, they better pay them back, or I don't know. Hopefully, they don't make anything else at minimum and do this again, learn their lesson. But like at $1 billion, like, Jesus Christ.
No, it's crazy, dude.
It's hard to wrap your head around. And so, like, I guess the stream is like clearly there's a, I don't know. It's just a real, like, if I was showing off my stuff, I'd be very embarrassed. But this is also what happens when you work on the same project and the same people for 15 years. I imagine everyone's very unhappy working there.
Yeah.
I've been developing Star Citizen. I spent 15 years, my best years, most energetic sequel programming years, on this game that will never release. That was basically an excuse for crime. Like, if it
doesn't happen, what do I get to put on my resume? That I worked on the game that never came out. I'm sure that's going to look great to a lot of potential employees.
Yeah.
No, they're all going to be like, oh, so you didn't ship a game. Maybe Sony, they'd be like, you're at home over here. Let's put you on a live game as a service.
Yeah.
We have a place for your types. I'm just joking, sorry, but
it is what it is. Look, man, we'll keep our eye on it. Part of me is excited because it means it'll be one of the weirdest stories in gaming, and it's fun to follow it from our perspective. But
hopefully,
I don't
Jason
like what they're
Schreier is sharpening his pen or getting his typewriter ready, because I feel like there's a book there for him waiting.
There must be. I noticed he's wearing a brace on his arm for some stream I saw him on recently. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're writing the Star Citizen book. That's what you're doing, and your wrists hurt.
But the problem is you can't finish it because the story is still ongoing. If he publishes it too early, like, they need to hurry up and go bankrupt so Jason can publish his book.
Yeah, get him back on here. I want to talk about it.
I wonder if he cruises in and listens. I've been watching his One Take Schreier YouTube videos. The algo likes to give it to me, and he's pretty fun to listen to.
Yeah, so. I like it. He's got good insight.
So. He is who he should let us. Anyways, if he's listening, I feel like the Star Citizen book is a good. It's good. That's got to be good sales. I think people will be really interested in that debacle. But he probably can't finish it yet because the best is yet to come.
Yeah, the worst is still coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, the most important parts of the story, to be told. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of PlayStation and their weirdness, they rebooted another live service after Horizon Hunter's Gathering fails to impress. So this wasn't a finished game. It was in like beta mode, testing, and back to the drawing board a little bit. They're gonna rethink it. It's like Monster Hunter is the idea of it, multiplayer co-op thing, but you're in the world of Aloy monsters and all the stuff they did in those games, and the style's interesting. Like, there's a few things going for it that I think is kind of neat, but it feels like another live service game that maybe Sony's not ready to, and maybe they're skittish now after all the recent failures with that stuff. Maybe they're just a little nervous.
They're not skittish enough. The answer to Sony's live service thing is stop doing it. But they cannot help it. They're like, out there somewhere is a hose that just gives us infinite money, and if we can just keep looking for it, no matter how many other smaller money hoses we have to destroy on the way, and how shitty of a reputation we have to make for ourselves, we will one day find the infinite money hose.
That hose exists.
How much do you think the problem is their games have to be awesome? Because, like, Sony's brand identity is like good graphics and stuff. Like, I think of like Sony ass games. I think of like, Spider-Man, like walking into Best Buy, going to the Sony TV section and seeing the super awesome Sony movies and video games.
Sure.
And, like, games as a service can be kind of shit. Like, like, they don't have, I'm not saying total shit. I'm just saying, like, we do have Roblox and Minecraft, which, graphically are not very complex, but a lot of online, games like MMOs, like, traditionally have sacrificed, even if they are technically capable of being more graphically have high fidelity. Oftentimes that stuff gets sacrificed because of the sheer quantity of assets they have to produce and stuff like that. Like, it's just a different business model. And same with online games. Also, if you spend less money and time on these things, you can ship more games and hit that lightning in a bottle, right? But it feels like the common thread in a lot of these online offerings, like Marathon and things like that, is they all look good. They all look good.
Yeah, they do.
I think the biggest problem they have is it's the cornerstone of the Sony brand for the games to look good, and mining for the big next hot game as a service, that's not that important to game as a service customers. It can be, but
like Concord was a capable visual. It looked good.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. They had a full on it was like a little cartoon movie. They even have an episode in Next Level.
Secret Level. Yeah, that bummed me out because it was like, in fact, didn't it air after the game?
Yeah, it aired after
the game was already dead.
Oh shit!
This is what I mean. Where it's like they've invested so much because they're like, who's not going to play this game as a service? It's amazing. And like, to be fair, they might have been looking at Hoyo Verse or whatever the Genshin Impact company is, because that style tends to, make really nice looking anime graphic games. And I think the same rules would apply. But they've built already on an established, that's what their studio's known for, right? It's like From Software making Souls-likes. So they haven't grown an audience of games as a service Sony people that are just waiting for the next Sony game as a service. They don't have that. Yeah. They think they do when they're like, well, we have multiplayer and MLB the team or whatever. I don't know. But they don't. They don't really have that, So I don't know if they're dealing with reality, first of all.
MLB the team. I like that.
Or whatever.
The show, but you're close.
I couldn't think of a multiplayer game that's uniquely Sony's. Not even Halo or whatever. Do they have anything that you're like, this is a Sony multiplayer title?
I mean, they have some that are just like the Drake games had multiplayer modes.
Yeah, but I mean like big ones. I mean actually relevant ones. Not, yes, we shipped with the multiplayer mode, and yes,
because Sony, because the show is mostly, that baseball game is mostly a career simulator.
Okay, so not even that one. That's what I mean. I couldn't think of one. Like if I said Xbox, it'd be like Halo. Halo's the what? You're just like,
now that you say it, you're kind of right. What's a good...
there's a built-in audience for
Chat has maybe the best example with Helldivers.
Oh, Helldivers too, yeah. But they bought it, and it's too new.
It's too new, and I wouldn't associate it strictly with Sony. That's what I mean. There's no audience that's there for them. That's like, when's the next game as a service? But like Hoyoverse, when's the next game as a service? Blizzard, when's your next game as a service? Xbox, when are you going to do good Halo multiplayer? Like, people show up for that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have that tradition, and they keep trying to make good graphics multiplayer games.
Resistance 1 through 3, that had multiplayer modes there.
Yeah, they might exist, but I'm just not big on Sony. But
Twisted
I feel
Metal back in the
day. But that was like couch co-op, right? Oh no, Black had online, didn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking what's a multiplayer game that I associate with Sony? Twisted Metal.
I would too.
One that immediately comes to mind.
Good call.
So what I'm saying is it's not that they can't have that, but what they're doing right now is they're trying to make really awesome AAA high graphical fidelity games. They have Bungie, the Halo people. But even that hasn't been enough. And I think part of it is just that they are too focused on making a game that is it's supposed to be good. Not responding to, here's some experimentation, here's some things, and what works really well. Even Nintendo has that Splatoon game or whatever.
Oh, the new one. Yeah, people really like it.
To me, I would have dismissed the first one. I probably did, but it was good enough that they're on a third one, and the third one's apparently the best one yet. That's how these things build up. I don't know if that's an online service game, but Splatoon is an example of a franchise that has grown from, it's not high graphical fidelity, at least the first one.
The new Splatoon is basically Destiny, gameplay wise. You're doing, you're shooting ink and doing the fun things that you do in this Nintendo game, but it's the structure of it is a looter shooter.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is they've grown it into 3 entries, I think, at this point. And why can't Sony do that? Well, it's because they're all in from moment one, instead of just releasing, some and seeing how they do. I think games are just kind of like that. You could do everything right, and people just don't respond to the game. The timing's wrong, or people just, whatever, don't appeal to it. You just ship it and move on to the next one. And then when people are like, man, that thing was really good, then you iterate. It's kind of like a mini Star Citizen, what they're doing with the games as a service. Except there's no crime. There's no crime, but it's they keep not launching, or launching to
There's a
too high of expectations.
They don't understand their audience. They don't understand. They just see games as service make money. Let's make game as service. Like they don't fundamentally understand what they're doing. It's the same thing that killed esports style games, where every single video game that came out has to be esports ready. It's going to be all esports. This is going to be the next level of esports. Everybody, we got it all set up for esports. And then none of them, not a single one, was the future of esports. And essentially that is now a dead goal to even have. Every now and then you'll see somebody make something that looks like it's designed at least to a degree with that in mind. Most of them fail, but like they've moved away from it.
I think it's just where the analytics don't match up to reality, like the context. Like analytics firms will probably tell you 10 million people spend daily in an esports title. So you're a big company like, oh, let's make an esports title. There's at least 10 million people out there that'll spend.
Yeah,
but then they don't try your product. They try your product and they hate it. And really it was only like a couple 100,000 that tried it. You know, like you can't just look at be like, there's actually like a lot of money out there and then just make a thing and expect that gamers' behavior is they drop what they're doing and move to the other title.
It's a weird dragon to chase. Yeah.
That's exactly it. Because the thing is all of these people are chasing whatever game it is. Let's use Fortnite because it's the most obvious example. Oh, we want to be the next Fortnite. We want to be the next Fortnite. You know who is not looking for a new Fortnite? Fortnite players. They have it. Yeah. It's being served.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't want a new Fortnite? People not playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
They're like, the Fortnite audience isn't sitting around going, man, I wish somebody else would make Fortnite. And the people who don't want to play Fortnite aren't going, man, I hope somebody makes Fortnite.
Yeah.
It already exists.
That's really well put.
And it's being played by the player base. And to get away from a named product on here, live service games, you're not playing a live service game going, oh, I can't wait for that next live service game.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're specifically designed in such a way to where you're not supposed to feel that way.
I mean, there are chances at grabbing a market or a piece of a market if you think it's being underserved. So, you know, Grinding Gears comes along and says, well, we don't think Diablo and the current state of things at Blizzard with their Diablo franchise is what we would do. And we think there's enough players that would like to do this. So we're going to do this thing that's a lot more akin to Diablo 2, which we think was the height of Diablo. And now you have your Path of Exile Legion of fans.
I think a little bit of that,
but you know.
Yeah, but a little bit of that, again, that started as a couple of kids wanting to make the game they wanted to play. Like it wasn't like, here's 80 million from Sony, make a better Diablo.
No, that's actually a good point.
It was like
they come organically. They don't come
Blizzard's lost its way. We're a couple of programmers. Let's try and make a better version of the game. And if it failed, well, they move on to work at whatever other firms, or it succeeds and they have careers, you know, which is kind of what it's kind of, that's why like indie's sort of OP in that sense, because those guys will take a chance, and you hear about the ones that succeed, but there are ones that don't.
Yep.
Maybe the project fails. Maybe it just doesn't capture audiences. Maybe the marketing was just not good, but ultimately, those guys, that's what I'm saying, is they're overcooking their new projects in that way, where it's like, if I don't think it's beyond a big company. We heard Blizzard have an incubator, although Blizzard gets in its own way too. Well, I can talk about that in a second. But like, the idea behind incubating new games would be that you release them to the public. You know, you launch them and you don't worry about if you're going to have a hit for your reputation. Put it under your incubator program, Blizzard Incubator. You know, because Blizzard's gone through this too, where they've canceled at least 3 awesome new titles, like a StarCraft shooter, a Valheim, like, you know, they've canceled a whole bunch of stuff. And one of those could have turned into the next World of Warcraft. You know, but then someone goes and looks, well, Hearthstone's not that good and StarCraft's not making money. Why are we even making new games? Let's stop this. Great idea. We'll just put it all in Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's like loser talk. I'm sorry, but whoever's behind those decisions is loser talk. Like, the whole point of your game company existing is to make games with an S, not game. So, you know, you have to invest some percentage of it in growing new IP and new ideas. And like, clearly Sony's trying to do that because they keep trying to do game as a service. They're just overcooking it.
Yeah.
They're just it has to be the biggest thing ever. It's like, just launch it as like, Blizzard Indie or Sony Indie. Like just put it under that bracket. And maybe the psychology of being under indie is it gets less interest, but that's the point. If something's really good, you can evaluate what's good and iterate on the things you think are successful. It's the same thing. These Unity Store slop asset, they'll make 50 simulators and they'll work on the one that actually sells. And then, lean in that branch. Like, I think if you're approaching indie game development, that's what you do. If you're approaching AAA, it's got to be what you do too. I just don't see how it's any different. But anyways, I get off my soapbox now.
All right. No, it had little foot marks your size, so it was perfect.
Well, I mean, because I'll tell you right now, I'm never going to play Horizon Hunters. I do kind of want to play the Horizon franchise, but I haven't even started it yet.
Those games are great.
This game, Horizon Hunters, like sometimes a sequel comes out and you're like, oh shit, I should play the first. There's something like that happening right now. I can't remember which one. But anyways, it happens a lot. A sequel comes out and you're like, oh, it looks interesting. Maybe it's better than the first one. Maybe I should check out the first one. And that's why they give it away for free or big sales for that exact reason. Horizon Hunters looks like shit. Like it actually makes me not want to play it because I'm like, why would I
looked at it in a while? Let me take a look.
Why would I invest time in a franchise when the fate of the franchise is it's going to be this?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't mind the style choice if they didn't already have two games that were like fidelity was amazing in them and they were already incredible looking. So
the VR game is.
Oh yeah, the VR game. I forgot about that.
And they went and they decided we're just going to make some like Miiverse slop. So I don't know what's going on in their brains, but whatever they showed actually just it doesn't happen very often with AAA studios. They usually kind of nail the marketing, if anything. They like somehow didn't nail the marketing for Hunters. They're like, we're going to make a sloppy ass shit game. Yeah, like, this looks like 80 different cash grab.
This looks like
games.
the kind of video game that would come with toys if it was released in that era where everything came with toys.
Oh yeah, the whole
like a Skylander,
Disney Infinity Skylander,
Amiibo, yeah. It looks like that. It looks like again Fortnite. Like, oh, we'll just we'll do that art style. But you know what? That works for a game that invented the art style. You don't have to love it, but it works for that. But when you make your other games look like it, you subconsciously sell to other people like, yeah, we're just riffing on this because it's cheap and it's not that important.
It looks like mobile slop. Like every video game company has a slop version of their games on mobile, right? Like big ones, AAAs.
Kind of what this looks like.
And sometimes they're good. I'm not saying they're all crap, but like they're just like it's not the main draw for the franchise. Maybe in other markets internationally where people only have phones, it's a big draw. I can't speak to that. I'm just saying for me, I'm not interested in their mobile side projects, and I think most gamers are primarily interested in the franchise most of the time because of the primary vehicle. So this looks like a franchise slop thing. Fine, maybe enjoy it, whatever. Maybe it's good, but they're proposing it as like the next big entry, the next big game as a service. And it's just not interesting. It just looks poopy.
I don't like it. Not into it.
Yeah.
I've come around. I thought my memory of the first time I saw the trailer went, oh, a little lighter style. Okay, let's see what you can do. I look at it now and I'm like, this just looks like Genshin Impact freaking.
There's 3,000 games releasing a year. I can't play them all. So even if they look great, the talented artists working on it, the standard's so high that this is garbage.
Yeah.
And it's not that everything has to look like AAA, highest degree budget. In fact, if we want to get really controversial, after revisiting Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and seeing more footage of Wolverine, I think some of the AAA stuff isn't aging particularly well. I don't know if I've ever seen a game that's giving me more uncanny valley feeling looking at their characters than what Insomniac's doing right now.
Interesting.
I genuinely, there is something there that I don't remember feeling this way about Marvel Spider-Man 1. Maybe it was there. Maybe it just was at that perfect time where it was like, it looks high tech enough. But playing 2, I was like, why does everybody look so weird? I actually stopped and went and checked my settings, being like, do I have something weird turned on? It's like, no, everything's performing right. And then they did a gameplay preview for Wolverine. I was like, why does Wolverine look stupid? like we all got really excited to see him wear the helmet in like the full costume in Deadpool Wolverine. But I think even then, if we're all being honest with ourselves, it's a little goofy. We're happy that he's doing it.
Yeah.
We're happy that they found a way to put it on film, but it did make us all realize it's a little silly. And in the Wolverine game, it's like 30 times worse.
By the way, a huge shout out to Hugh Jackman for keeping a body that could wear the suit. At the age he's at, he probably should be developing a pot belly at this point.
Oh,
Chill
yeah.
out a bit. Still ripped as hell. Is he 60 at this point?
He's pushing that if he isn't already.
He's ripped as hell in that goofy. The longer you put something off, the worse it gets. Now he's got to wear that as an older person. You know what I mean? It would have been better for him to wear it younger.
And if Deadpool's to be believed, till he's 90. That's the saying.
Yeah,
but my point is, I'm not just trying to rip on two games, but like even some of their AAA, like we put all the budget behind it, isn't guaranteed to hit necessarily visually. I think you can make great games that don't look like they cost $1 bazillion, but you have to sell people on something. And if it's going to be visuals, then go all in on the visuals. And if it's going to be gameplay, you have to find a way to convince people that that's what it is. And Sony has had a really hard time with this. You know, Concord failed for probably a bunch of reasons, but I still maintain that I think at its core, the biggest sin is they tried to sell a hero shooter where none of the heroes looked interesting. Like when you look at a hero shooter, because you can't say like, well, people are just sick of hero shooters. No, they weren't. Marvel Rivals came out right around the same time as still going super strong. It's not true. And Overwatch is still doing fine despite being on the edge of death. You know, like it is not a case of people didn't want to play hero shooters anymore. Hero shooters, the whole concept is hero shooter. You want to play as these characters, and they didn't sell us on them. You know, they were like, you want to play as Lizard Boy that likes hot sauce? No. He doesn't look cool, and the only thing I know about him is he likes hot sauce. Like, no, that doesn't seem
You got to do more work than just...
You have to find a way to convince people to buy into this stuff, and I think that... Yeah, I think like even looking at something...
They did try to do a cool cinematic, though.
Yeah.
That's where we learned Lizard Boy likes hot sauce, Beau.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they did try to do that. I think somehow they messed up that marketing.
Oh, they messed it all up.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Like I wouldn't put it on the end. Like I think it was a nicely animated, worked on project. Like it was the writing, I guess, probably, right?
Yeah.
I think it was writing. I think character design was bad. I think there's a lot.
Yeah,
I think the art style was bad. Everything looked washed out and pastel colors, and it's a lot of.
It's just funny because you look at that and you're like, oof. But if they launched a K-pop Demon Hunters shooter, I'd be all over it already. Because
yes,
like, oh
yeah.
Yeah, I played as a Saja boy, as you know, you know what I mean. Like you're right.
Or
like
Scott calls him a soda boy.
Soda
I'm
boys.
trying to think. Like it's very easy to pick out something like Overwatch, right? Because they just knocked it out of the park. So I'm just picking something tangential that doesn't even really fit. Like K-pop, people are crazy about the characters in that show, and you could probably toss them all into some sort of shooter, and people would buy the shit out of it because the movie would be marketing for the eventual game as a service, right? I'm sure that game is being worked on, by the way, but or some version of it. But I think I'd actually play like a looter shooter K-pop Demon Hunter thing.
Well, on that same vein, Overwatch is either did they add, because I don't follow it close enough, but close enough to know this, they're teasing Demon.
Yes.
Overwatch. Oh, Demon is a new diva. Like there's a new Korean. It's actually a streamer, Lily Pichu, that voices it, and it's another. So the Korea has more than just diva in the mech army, right? So now this is more of a sword and shield kind of tanky.
Is she like alternate universe diva or something?
Yeah. No,
she's just another one of them.
Yeah, she's another one of them. She also jumps out of her mech and calls in a new mech. but she's like more melee.
Oh,
there's
she's a
D.Va,
new
and now
hero.
there's D.Mom.
Okay, I misunderstood. I read a post somewhere, and they were acting like, oh, she's like her doppelganger from another universe, and she's evil. And now makes way more sense what John's saying.
Yeah,
it doesn't
but
even
this
look
is
like her.
here's the thing. Like, one, it's leaning into things that are in the cultural zeitgeist right now, right? Two, I heard like at the base level, yeah, there's going to be another character that's part of like the Diva Legion, whatever you want to call them, the Mech Legion. Her name is Demon, and I went, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then I looked at the art and I was like, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You can't, like, that's the thing. You can get over a lot of stuff by something like just being undeniable, and you just gotta find that. Is it gonna make me play Overwatch? No. But I can sit here and go, I don't want to like
cool.
it, but I think it's cool. Yeah.
The marketing's still like aces. It's still 10 on 10.
They know
this
how
is
to
a
do
cartoon.
it.
They didn't do a full CGI thing for her, but
I kind of prefer it.
But they're doing a lot more like 10-minute animations that are like have a lot of characters, really doing a lot of good work. I think Overwatch, you were saying last week too, like financially is hitting pretty.
Yeah, no, they're biggest performers right now. Diablo is getting a lot of talk because they just had an expansion and was a successful one. But between that and Overwatch, those are the two big things that put them at the top of Microsoft's current performers. Like, they're making more money than any other aspect of Microsoft's gaming division.
Well, that's selling K-pop skins. They have a whole line of K-pop skins that are not always available.
That probably does.
Remember,
well
they did a music video with Le Seraphim, like I think a few years ago, and they're still. I'm sure it still sells like crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone has their K-pop, Y2K outfits. Anyways, Transformers never live when I'm on though. They'd easily get $80 off me for buying everything if they would just actually have it on the store whenever I'm playing.
Yeah, they're missing out on the Beau money. They need to figure that out.
Yeah,
I'm all about more
not
mechs.
just logging in because you have it up. I'm gonna buy it if I'm actively playing the game.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I'm with you. All right. Let's get to our next story.
Yeah. So
goodness,
smarten up, PlayStation.
The new Fortnite season Override is going all in on the video games. John, you want to explain what's happening over there?
Yeah, it's new season time. They have decided to theme this season all around video games, both in terms of doing some retro style game animations for the new characters that are brand new, but also for all their crossovers. They're going to have characters from Sonic the Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Pac-Man, tons of video game guest stars. The Sonic stuff is interesting because they have collaborated with Sonic before, but all they did was put him on the side of a car. And it felt like the reasoning was, because this is the hard part, and this new season's got some real nightmare fuel as a result, and I kind of love it. Another big one, Mega Man. I forgot about the one that's going to get me to spend money. Mega Man.
Never forget about Mega Man. Please tell me what's happening here, because
this is what I'm getting to. So, Fortnite, at its core, despite the fact that it appears to be a skin collection simulator, is actually a competitive shooter that needs to remain competitive, and they can't have a bunch of odd jobs running around on their competitive shooter, which means, generally speaking, everybody's got to be the same proportions, which means Sonic the Hedgehog has to be the same size as a regular person.
Yeah. It's back to that movie design before they changed it.
They have done everything they can to try to keep him vaguely normal looking while having to stretch him to the absolute limits. Like, this is some Laffy Taffy business for poor Sonic.
Yeah, poor guy.
It's really funny. I get a kick out of it. It's a little bit cursed for sure, but people are going to want to play as Sonic. I think you got to figure out your way to do it. When they did like the South Park characters, they put them all in mech suits so that they could have little South Park sized bodies, but still be proportioned, right? They did the same thing with the Simpsons. Yeah. Like, the adults are all adult proportions, but Bart and Lisa are in little mechs.
They had to make a
around.
buff version of Peter Griffin, that whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of limitations, although I don't know why they had to do that. They later put Homer in and he wasn't buff.
Oh, yeah. He's just kind of wide, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so they're doing some interesting decisions to try to get the proportions right, but it seems like it's going to be an interesting season. And if you still, I mean, I feel like every time I talk about Fortnite, I get some messages on Discord that's like, people shit on this game all the time, but I still really like and have a fun time. So it is out there. It is coming. I'm probably going to check it out. I will definitely check it out for the Mega Man skins at the very least. You gotta.
Oh yeah.
And he is also stretched out, but it just makes it feel like you're watching that old Mega Man cartoon where he was portrayed as a giant adult man.
This image or this article that we did the link from doesn't seem to have any of the Mega Mans. Are there any shots of him?
Let me.
I need to see that shit. Yeah.
That's an unrelated question just because I've been looking at marketing.
Do it.
John might know.
Do it.
Why does John Wick look like he's from a Telltale game?
They've done multiple John Wick skins, which is why, and one of them was like cartoon cell shaded.
Well, one was from that cell shaded one. I think was from that Hex game they made. Remember that John Wick Hex game? I think that was the crossover. I think that was the variant on it.
I'm putting a link to a different article in our Discord. This has the art that has Mega Man in it.
All right, let's take a look.
It's not the trailer.
Oh, this. Pull this out. Blow it up. So this guy.
He's a little more normal looking. He just looks a little stretched.
Oh, there he is.
It looks like there is both a cell shaded version and maybe a not cell shaded version.
Oh, I don't like what I'm getting out of Spyro. Oh, dude. That's not, and he's just a companion or something.
I think Spyro's okay. Look at Crash. I mean, really look at Crash.
I don't like it. That's weird.
They got Joker from Persona. They've got, Sora from Kingdom Hearts is going to be in there as well.
Okay.
Which maybe one day they'll actually put Final Fantasy in Fortnite, but it will not be today.
They tried really hard to make this Sonic in this shot look normal, but no, you got issues.
We still know. We know.
His legs are, it's effed. I mean, this is a testament though to what Fortnite is. The fact that all these IPs have deals, it's nuts to me what they've pulled off, honestly. It's a video game that other video games said, yeah, I'd like to be in your video game. That's just effed. What other example of that do we have? Smash Brothers? Well, in that case, most of those characters are owned by Nintendo. A couple of crossovers, but this is crazy. Master Chief, Sonic, Lara Croft, Joker, like you said. I don't know who this deer creature is. Is it like what is that?
I think that's a Fortnite original. I don't think that's they sneaks up. There's Geralt of Rivia's back there.
Yeah, there's Geralt. There's Ghost from Pac-Man for whatever reason. Keyboy from Kingdom Hearts is on there. Sora, sorry, yeah. We got Tetris pieces. Like they're all in here. Look at Robotnik back there. I know some of this is just like stickers and companion stuff and like
stuff in the world. They're doing a whole section is going to be made to look like Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog, a whole part of the map.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say what you want about Fortnite, you can't deny the impact, right? It's impossible. Now go make Unreal Tournament, you bastards. All right. Let's talk about our final story. BlizzCon has announced a load of big names coming to the show. If you're going to BlizzCon September 12th to the 13th at the Anaheim Convention Center, I will not because they never sent me press stuff.
We tried.
I applied for the three of us. I applied for the instance, and I tried every angle I could. They're doing things different. I've talked to people on the inside. It's not even run by the same people anymore. It's all very weird. Anyway, here's who they've got that you may know. Actor Simu Liu, who played your 10 Rings guy, your Shang-Chi. He's coming, and he's going to play StarCraft at some event. I don't know if that says things about StarCraft or not, but anyway, there's your big celebrity. Musician T-Pain will be there. And electronic artist Deadmau5 will be there. I saw him in concert. He's great.
He called the Diablo show once.
Yeah, he did that one time. I didn't know it until later. It's so embarrassing. Streamer Duke Dennis, don't know him. Cleo Thomas, another one. K-pop acts Yasobi and La Seraphim. La Seraphim's no stranger to it. They'll be back. I don't know who Yasobi is. Or Yaos.
Does this mean Tom Merritt's going to BlizzCon?
He will probably try to get tickets just for the concert. He did that last time. Because he is so into the freaking K-pop right now. Like to the degree that he will buy entire BlizzCon tickets, attend to no other part but the La Seraphim concert at the end. And he just got back from Japan where he saw La Seraphim in concert. So,
oh my God. Well, you're a fan. Him
and his wife are all in, man. They're all in.
Look, I, to this day, kind of kick myself for choosing to get Heroes of the Storm time in during the Linkin Park concert at BlizzCon, especially because that was right before the unfortunate death. So
one of his last performances.
That was a very once in a lifetime moment, and
he played Heroes.
I decided to go play.
Hey,
I don't remember
with
if
you.
it was Cho'Gall. No, did you go?
I was
with me, or
with
was
you.
it when you ditched me for a dinner with somebody else?
Oh, what year was this?
I think it was the year that we were like, we're all gonna meet up, and then I was the only one who went.
That might have
played
been
Cho'Gall by myself.
I may have got a. That may have been the year
my Cho.
That may have been the year Metzen grabbed me and took me somewhere.
I think it was.
Oh, I feel bad about that now.
That's fine. I only missed the last chance to hear Linkin Park.
Bushburger.
I would have missed it either.
This whatever John's talking about was not the years I was there.
No, you were there I can remember you were 2015 2017, 2018. Because you were there the year I did the stage thing, weren't you? I think you were.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did a live Q&A one of the times.
Yeah.
Or maybe both.
I did 2017. Well, I did a small one in the community area in 2016, then 2017, a bigger one, and then the main stage on 2018. That was a whirlwind 3 years.
By the way?
No, they never sent. Did you poo while we were telling you this story? They didn't send us any press stuff. I put in for all three of us. But
I remember you said that. I guess I never heard the outcome of it.
Yeah, they never sent it to us.
All right. Well, that's fine.
It sucks though, because I don't know. It's just run different. It's extremely expensive to go to BlizzCon. All right. Like it's not a cheap thing to do. And I'm not saying I'm only going to go if there's press, but that's the whole point. I want to go to cover stuff.
I mean, the plane tickets, but there was one night I stayed in just some cheap hotels in the area.
Yeah. Beau's first night.
At a pretty cheap hotel. I didn't die. I was worried.
Yeah.
I remember I got in a lot of trouble with Jocelyn because I one time made a joke when she and Ben and Sarah, they were all staying together, and I made a comment that their hotel room looked like a murder hotel, and it genuinely scared her to a degree where she's like, you need to stop talking about this. But
yeah.
It did look
Canadians
like
Canadians in the United States, and you're joking that they're in a murder hotel.
Well, I mean, look,
we don't know how sarcastic you're being.
Sure. Maybe our version of it is a little different than the Canadian version of a murder hotel. You just strangle them there.
No, I mean, they're seedy hotels, but like you still feel your probabilities like of anything bad happening low. It's just maybe gross. You don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
But we don't really live in your country, so all we just see is the headlines. So we're like, okay, I hope everything's safe.
What was your first
murder hotel? We're like,
when your flight got in so late here to Salt Lake City, I'll never forget. Well, I have forgotten the exact phrasing, but you texted everybody when they were all trying to figure out who's going to pick you up, and you said, "Do the Uber drivers here kill people?" And I remember thinking, well, I don't know that there's a whole lot of Uber drivers anywhere killing people, but secondly, Salt Lake City's like a really safe city.
Drive an Uber, right? Like if you're a cab driver, presumably you've got like the license and you're vetted a little bit, but like you can just, as far as I know, just apply to be a driver and they say sure, and then you just get in your car and go. So I was like, is it safe to?
It was late. It was like 12 p.m. midnight or 12 a.m. midnight. Beau's on his own from Canada. His plane had gotten delayed. His luggage was on its way to freaking another state. Jerry Tolbert's in on the text because he's going to go pick him up. And we get this thing. Do the Uber drivers kill people here? One of my favorite things you ever said. I love that.
Genuinely concerned about
it.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part is, if I remember right, to the chain, like there was some initial reaction of like, Beau's being silly, and then it became very clear that he was legitimately concerned about being murdered by his Uber driver, and we were like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
You'll be okay.
You'll be good.
I get scared when I go to the States, maybe irrationally so, because most of what I know is like, on the news.
Yeah, you get the same reason we freak out about
there, so I don't know how to parse the reality, because I know there's definitely a lack of reality with American news, like that you guys feel on the ground too, but you live there.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. I'll say this, like I always think when someone brings up India, I think, well, where's the last place I'd ever want to go? And it's always, to me, it's India, because everyone's eating food off the ground, and everyone's got diarrhea 24/7, and it's a mess. And I have all these ideas in my head about India, because that's all I ever get shown in documentaries or.
And you get shown the traffic, right? Look they have no traffic laws, and it's like the worst highway.
Yeah, there's a guy in a rickshaw that just got hit by a Mercedes, and nobody stopped to help, and it's like this constant chaos. I am 100% sure, though, in my heart of hearts, that there's probably places in India that are amazing and that would be an incredible tourist experience for me. But all I'm shown is that. So.
Right. And
I'm not going there.
That's how it is when you're outside of the States. And you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it also was just, it's a tumultuous time, I suppose, too. So there was a little bit of that.
Yeah. It's a fair concern.
It's like if all you saw was Breaking Bad and you went to Mexico and you were like, it's not yellow here at all.
Well, yeah. Every time they went to Mexico, it was so yellow.
Right.
Why?
They turned on the sepia filter in Mexico for some reason.
Yeah, somebody called, what's his name, and say, why so yellow in Mexico? I mean, they were often flashbacks. Was that the idea? It was like supposed to.
I don't think so. I think it was just supposed to be a visual way to tell
No, there's
you.
definitely some non-flashback visits too.
Whether or not you consider that a good thing or not, I mean, that's up to you. But I do think there was a visual storytelling of like, we're in a different place. Let's put a little filter on top of it.
Win Mega says he heard me say tourist. Yeah, I do that sometimes. It's a Utah thing. Tourist is the way it's saying. Tourist is a weird pronunciation. Tourist.
Tour. I don't know. That's not one of the more offensive mispronunciations.
It's a minor one. Anyway, so if you're looking for some K-pop / Shang-Chi stuff with a little dead mouse in there. Oh, and by the way, they're going to do their first ever halftime show during the Overwatch World Cup arena thing. And that will be Yosobi, whoever that is.
So, I think I've heard of Yosobi, but
or Yaosobi.
Yoasobi. Japanese, I believe, right?
I assume so.
But it's not people that made Astrobot, right?
Yeah, the Astrobot people.
Team Yosobi.
Team Yosobi.
Don't they have I think I heard of them because they have a big song.
I don't know.
Right?
You'd know more than me, dude. I'm so bad at the K-pop. I don't know nothing.
Do you know?
No idea.
Oh, yeah, okay. They do whatever that show is where their mom's an idol that dies or something like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right.
I forgot the name of the show, but yeah.
Who's Duke Dennis? Are we supposed to know who Duke Dennis is? Pretty sure he got our press credentials, whoever this is.
I don't know.
Let's see. I'm just going to look real quick. Is he he's
Well, to be fair, like we're pretty honest about our like feelings in terms of like we don't have it's just like you have deep roots in the Blizzard, but we're clearly like, John will just shit on Overwatch. I'll shit on WoW from time to time. So
yeah,
like,
but in years past, they used to tell me they'd liked that about what I did on the network and the kind of content we did. They liked how honest we were. I think it's just different now because they don't want. Here's what I think the change is. They used to want to have all the grassroots people go. And that was good because you would reach communities that you otherwise wouldn't. Now I think they're just staying up in this echelon of like there's 2 or 3 names, and
they want corporate and whoever's like big, turbo big names,
which I understand, especially if someone else is running it now. It's not being so much internally ran, but I can tell you. I can tell you from. Nope, I can't tell you that. I had a thing, and I can't. I'll tell you two later, but I can't tell everybody else.
I'm really rooting for Blizzard here, but
I am too. I want it to be. I want the StarCraft shooter. I want to be talking about that.
I'll be honest. I need some like more StarCraft or some new shit. Like I'm pretty much the RPGs are everywhere right now. Like Diablo's great and all, but I'm done with it. And Overwatch. I mean, I like still Overwatch. Keep working on it. I play it from time to time. It's great.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm kind of on a break because it's always just very samey, and there's nothing in Midnight that's really calling to me. Mm-hmm. I love the cinematic for it. Like it was awesome. I'm sure it's great. It's just we take breaks.
Yeah.
But I need some new stuff, man.
Yeah, I agree. Me too.
I need something new. You guys be doing some new stuff, and you canceled 3 new things. So what am I supposed to look forward to? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out what they've been working on in like 2 months, right? Is it October they're doing it or?
Whoa.
Blizzcon?
Duke Dennis is a big deal. Sorry, just noticed he has 3.6 million subs on YouTube alone. And he's also part of that whole streamer university thing with, what's his name? Kai Cenat. Yeah. He's one of those guys. He's
probably
a big deal.
big then.
Yeah. Goes by D Block.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing is like there's a whole, it's funny how like famous some of these YouTubers and streamers can be, and they'll just never hit my algo.
Yeah, I never see this.
They don't see. So
we're probably getting a little old for it, truthfully.
No, but I think the algos do kind of like silo you off from this stuff because, like, being old doesn't mean you wouldn't have heard of the Backstreet Boys or something like that. You know what I mean? And like that's
no, it does. My dad still thinks that Weird Al.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I bought it on eBay is the song and doesn't know that that's a parody of something.
Really? I love that.
I think that was true at one point.
Yeah.
But I do think he knows now. But like my dad through me would hear Weird Al songs and just think, oh, that's a Weird Al song. And then I think at one point I do remember him hearing the Backstreet Boys song and going like, this sounds like that Weird Al song. It's like, yeah, Dad, it's a parody of this.
Like this Duke Dennis guy, I think he's been around forever because like I'm looking at his YouTube page. There's like a video, my $30,000 sneaker collection from four years ago that has 1.5 million views.
Oh, yeah,
like
he's doing fine.
Yeah. Like to me, I'm just like I never heard of this guy. Is he new? How's you're saying he's part of the university, but clearly he's been around for a minute, as they say. His first video has 300,000 views. It was 6 years ago. So, thing is, I'm looking. I don't see any video games, but I guess this is just the nature of.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's all about like, size of influencer. This guy's probably a fan.
He's a professor at Streamer University. Okay.
Yeah.
He just seems to like cars, shoes, working out, hanging out with girls, doing meme things. Mm-hmm. Not a video game in sight. And I think this is an age thing. This is just a sign of the times things. Like the nerds were on the internet and the nerds like video games. And video games was the it kid.
Yeah.
And that's never left for a lot of us, but clearly the internet has moved on to the kinds of people who I was getting away from as a computer nerd, right? I'm not interested in football celebrities and who's like hot and has good taste in the tank tops and shoes, Like, please, I want to know who's awesome at Hearthstone, okay?
Yeah.
Who's good at Magic the Gathering. And, like, the fact that Blizzard, that company, would send an invite to Dennis Duke and not Scott Johnson.
Oh, no. I mean, we're past whatever that prime was, but I'm
not, like, mad about it. I'm not to say something shitty, but I just think it sucks. I'm just like, clearly from a marketing numbers standpoint, I get the decision, but from a, like, what are you doing standpoint, it just feels like you're running away from I don't understand. You're rejecting in a way. It feels like you're rejecting what got you here. I don't know.
It's a little weird. It's not my favorite thing, but they also don't sell out anymore. The tickets are still
shade
available.
On Dennis Duke. I'm sure he's great. Whatever. Don't care. But the guy doesn't have a single video game video on his YouTube channel. I don't see why that guy gets a paid hotel and not some
Did you
actual.
Just call him Dennis Duke? Isn't that like the KKK guy?
No, that's Dennis. Or that's Duke. David Duke is who you're thinking of.
Oh, okay. There's too many.
Right. Duke Dennis. Duke Dennis is his name.
Yeah, Duke Dennis.
I flipped the names, but Duke Dennis is correct. Dennis. I'm glad John's falling now into this.
Keith, David, Keith. It's all the same.
I'm glad it's John's turn here. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
He's pretty good at this stuff. So welcome to getting older. All right.
Well, here's
happy birthday, by the way, John.
Oh yeah, John, happy birthday! Shit, I totally forgot I was going to make a big deal at the beginning of the show.
I've now reached the age where when someone messes up a name, I will assume they're talking about Klansman.
There you go, nailed it. Perfect day to do it, right on your birthday. I love it. And one of the most notorious Klansmen of all time. That's awesome. All right, now we do a quick email. That's the job, and we're gonna read it. Here it comes.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Speaking of freaking Mega Man. Here is your message. This one came to the text line, which is over at 10hams.com. And it says this is an anonymous listener who says, I'm 20 minutes into core. Just wanted to say that my wife loves Genshin Impact, but hates the squeaky anime voices too. She plays the game on mute. You are not alone in this. I think this was in response to the adventures of what was his name? What's the little guy? The new
Adventures of Elliot?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I think she was talking about. I think that was the conversation we were having about how we will.
That could be. Yeah, it makes sense.
Turn down stuff like that.
I mean, it was a big problem in Genshin Impact as well. Like, I wanted to try that game out because I thought it was visually amazing, and then like one of the first people you meet is like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you," and I was just like, "No, go find somebody else."
Yeah, I don't.
Go find someone else.
I don't like that stuff.
I don't know what it is because it is such a trope. I wonder if that is considered. I mean, if you know, write in, because I just don't know the cultural differences. Is that considered endearing?
Culturally, like maybe it's a cultural thing or something.
Like for us, it's grating and annoying. Does it read that way natively, or is that it, like, are we getting the experience we're supposed to have? Is that character supposed to come in and we're supposed to go, oh my god, what is with this person? Like, is that what the reaction is there? Yeah, Winmay just says in the chat, a lot of people don't like the fairy character Paimon. Is that common elsewhere, or is that just here for localization? Because I feel like if that's not the intent behind it, maybe we should chill on that voice trope.
Yeah, why are we doing it?
Yeah,
who's
why
it
are we
for?
doing it if it's not meant to, like, Navi get a Navi, Navi?
Navi, please.
Yeah, no, the blue guys, them. Yeah,
You know, if you're not supposed to hear it and get annoyed, then I feel like we need to acknowledge that culturally we have different reactions to that.
yeah. No, I agree. I'm with John. I vote for your measure and push it through Congress. Let's do it.
Oh, I saw your tweet about this. Low Scores Arcade did you guys see that there's a Golden Axe animated series?
Oh yeah, did you see the trailer? It's really good. It looked funny.
I didn't see it yet.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It looks like they're aiming for a more adult take. It's not. It's meant to, be a little
good.
saucy.
That's who played the
That's
game.
who played these games. Absolutely.
Everyone who played Golden Axe is in their golden years.
Yeah, I liked the trailer. I kind of walked away from it, going, you know what? I think I could watch a Golden Axe cartoon.
So, are you?
Whoa!
they got
There's
him.
that thing again where it goes.
He got
What? How did that happen?
I don't know. You're back already, but it's like this weird, like.
It was
I don't know how to explain
he got picked up by an Atari 2600 ship. Just flew by and grabbed Beau mid sentence.
It's so weird. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, play it back because it's so good. Beau has to hear what we hear.
Yeah, you have to. It's just so you know what it is, and I don't. Not that you'd be able to troubleshoot it from this, but.
You leave it on the show so I can.
It was like he
seek it out.
Let's see if I can find it.
How did that?
Hold on. Whoa.
So, are you?
There it is. Okay. You couldn't hear that, but you will shortly. We'll call this FERT. Okay. Here you go. Oh, this is what it sounds like.
Okay. So, are you?
You hear that?
Yeah, it is weird. It's like I got sucked into a black hole or something.
It's so weird, man. I usually can like pinpoint some of this stuff. I've dealt with weird issues long enough, but here I turn it up a little.
So, are you? I must have tapped my cable or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Right?
It's such a strange thing. I don't know. You weren't moving. You were just like looking at your camera and said a thing. It was really weird.
Yeah, it is a strange.
The best part is it sounds like he's moving though. It sounds like he gets abducted. Can we do one more time?
Yeah, I can play it again. Hold on.
So, are you?
Like you lost your last man in an old video game or something.
It's so weird, man.
It's very weird. All right. That is.
I was just going to say something, but I have no idea now. I feel I forgot it.
You forgot it? That's what happens when this happens. Real quick, do you know about this game Menace? I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah, I own it.
Okay.
I played it a bit.
Played it?
I don't know if I thought maybe I talked about it on the show. I think I might have. Maybe
Did you? I don't remember. I just know the Battle Brothers is the devs or the guys that made Battle Brothers.
That's right.
And I really like Battle Brothers, and this looks rad. There's mechs and XCOM like turn-based stuff, and it's only $29 right now. It's on sale, and I just need someone either needs to stay my hand or tell me that I should get it.
So I played it a little bit. And I stopped playing it, if that tells you anything. Well, it is a turn-based tactical game.
Yeah, it's early access, so I assume you're
like a small team working on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it's mostly like menus between the missions. But I found like the missions like enjoyable, but I only played one mission. So I don't know like how deep and how interesting it got. It just felt not that high fidelity, I guess you could say, I don't know. You know what I mean?
My hesitation is
bits in the trailer, like just to make it look cool, but
because I'm gonna play the Star Wars game. That's happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were also 1 week away from a tactics game.
Yeah, so I'm in no rush, but I'm like, well, it's on sale. Do I get it now and hang on to it until 1.0, whenever that is, or I just didn't know if anybody had played it. So, Beau, it sounds like maybe I just wait.
I did play it, but like I didn't play it enough that I felt I could bring it on the show, and I thought maybe I'll try it later. But then I moved on in my life because there's 100 billion games, so.
Thing's reviewing really well, 93%. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, like it's not bad, but it is like there's not a lot of like sauce on top of it, and I would say it is very tactical. Like all the stories told through like the dialogue and menus, and then you get to the mission and you control your guys. I just didn't find it super impressive, but I wouldn't say it's bad, but I just didn't play enough that I felt like I wanted to talk about it.
And it's early.
It's early access too. I have a feeling this will stay in early access for quite a while because they tend to work on their games for a long time. So this could look very different in a year to 2 years time. So I don't regret my purchase. I just moved on to the things. It might be pretty good in the long run.
All right. I'll keep my eye on it.
It's not real time; it's turn based. So I know that distinction can matter with these games. Like real time with pause is kind of fun, like the Total Wars or whatever, and Dawn of War. But so this is strictly a full turn based,
which is what I prefer. So
yeah. So I don't know. It's also not very expensive, right? It's on sale for $30 right now, Canadian. Probably less for you guys.
$29.99. Same here then.
Yeah, and this is one of those games where I think it's permadeath for the unit commanders.
Yeah, it says they say that the deaths hit hard because you're pissed about losing a thing, but you don't feel sad because the characters are dicks or something like that. But they were being kind of positive in that regard. They were like,
if I recall correctly, you're part of a space militia that is like maybe cut off from the source in some far sector to like tame it, but also you've lost a lot of your resources, so you got to build up an army. So yeah, whatever that means. Like, I think this is the kind of game that I'd have to review, having played an extensive amount of it, because it's a long campaign.
Yeah, I really like the look.
But it's also fairly early, so the long campaign's not in it. Yeah.
We'll be too busy with the new Star War to deal with it.
I might pick it up again at some point. That's why I was happy to buy it early, because Battle Brothers was enjoyable, but it looks like poo shit. Too much like poo shit. And,
there you go.
I have standards.
I know you don't like poo shit. Poo shit is no good. All right, that's going to do it for the show, everybody. If you'd like to leave us your own feedback, send us an email, show@core.show or 10hams.com. Either one gets you to us. That's going to do it for the show. But before we leave, a reminder about the website, frogpants.com/core. All your needs will be met there. All right, so get in there, get it done. Unless you have sexual needs. We don't have anything like that on the site. Not yet. But what we need right now is for the people at home who are not on the waterfront to know what's been happening out there. So we turn it over to Dear Martha Home Letter Man, John, who will take care of that.
Yeah. I'm going to use an AI for this today. So this is going to be a Dear Martha AI.
All right.
Nothing says they're going to give us more money like using AI in your product.
Sure.
So let me just turn on the Dear Martha AI here.
All right.
My dearest Martha, Your core podcast for core gamers recap of games played on core podcast are TCG Card Shop Simulator, a game where card shop simulations occur. Xeno Tilt, Demon's Tilt, Cult of Pin, Pokemon Pinball, all pinball games played by Scott Johnson.
Yeah.
Sandustry was also discussed. Pokemon Go. How Many Dudes?
Yeah.
Marvel's Midnight Suns. Restory. Dragon Sword Awakening. And Beau, just a reminder, played TCG Card Shop Simulator, a game for card shop simulation. This has been your recap of core gaming for core gamers. Yours in this life and the next, AI Martha.
Wow.
.com.
Wow. You know, this technology is
you
impressive.
You can't even tell that I didn't read it.
No, it was so accurate and true.
It was, and
wow.
all I had to do was just train it on our own show notes.
Just incredible stuff.
It's really good.
I take everything back that I've ever said bad about AI. I think we're really going somewhere with it.
It was awesome. I think
Martha AI is the one.
Yeah. Who cares about Grok? Freaking Claude? We want Martha.
We want Martha, bro.
You want to know what games we discussed on the show. Martha is the future.
I love it. All right. Well, there you have it then. One more reminder of this. There you go. And that'll do it for the show. Thank you all for listening. Be back here next week for more. We can't wait to see you. Until then, go play a game. Bye now.
Find all our shows at frogpants.com.